Hello, good evening, and it's Good Friday as well. I hope you're all going to have a lovely Easter weekend. I'm sure I am. It's probably my almost my favourite weekend because there's chocolate involved. We are here for Friday night racing, so this is going to be a fantastic event. I have no doubt about that. As I quickly let's quickly share the stream across all channels of communication that I have on me. So that'll be Discord, Facebook, Twitter, or Tweety, or whatever it's called, and all that kind of jazz. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Of course, this is we're in Azerbaijan, Baku. I think it's the only track on the calendar which is below sea level. I think, which is a probably one of the most useless facts that you'll ever hear on the stream. But of course, the fact's a fact nonetheless, isn't it? Let's quickly there we go. So all the streams are shared, so I've done my bit. Now I can sit back and relax and enjoy the racing. Of course, I think it's 20 meters below sea level, just on the I think it's on the Caspian Sea or something like that. I think I'm not sure by geography. It's absolutely appalling, isn't it? So I don't really know where I am in the world at the moment. All I know is that it's almost summer, as it's still daylight outside. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? I love this time of year. And being a ginger, you'd be quite surprised about that. Well, I don't really like this time of year, to be fair, because actually if I go outside I do get sunburned quite I get sunburned quite badly as being fair skin and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's go through the drivers and the constructors standing, shall we? Of course, Silver's also being broadcast on Ninja Penguin's channel as well. So also, if you want to keep tabs on what's going on that, then I would absolutely advise for that. Then, so let's go. So we're good. Because of that, we're going to do the constructors first, because gold and silver are one of the same. Then so there's 4 drivers in one team. My goodness me, an alternative universe, isn't it? Brilliant. And in the constructors, Mercedes are leading by 95 points from Racing Point. That sounds like a lot, but it's not when you've got 4 drivers racing under the same team. Fantastic. Third position is the Toro Rosso team, Alpha in 4th with that's Alfa Romeo, by the way, with Renault 5th, Haas 6th, Williams in 7th, Ferrari 8th, McLaren in 9th, and Red Bull in 10th position. Bearing in mind that I've just had a can of Red Bull, but I am not supporting them. My allegiance is neutral. In the Gold Championship, we have Dan Murphy still leading the championship by 74 points. My goodness me, that is a couple of points off that's a point off 3 wins there. He's got a firm grasp on the championship leads at the moment. That's the John Cox is second with Andreas in 3rd position. In 4th is Fisher with Brandon 5th, Exile 6th, Hunter in 7th position, Indigo 8th, Ollie 9th, and Nigel in 10th position. Then in the Silver Championship, which remember is just as important, just as fruitful as this one. In the Silver, we have that guy Alex. I know that guy. He is on 6-7 points in front of Rayner in 2nd with Dragon in 3rd. It's a very tight championship, isn't it? From them two blue, absolutely fantastic stuff, isn't it? Apex in 4th position, Puppy 5th, Devil in 6th, Liam 7th, Super Steve 8th, Maldonado in 9th, and 10th position is Stead. So that is the that's the drivers and the constructors done as well, and I'm actually quite proud of myself. I've done it all. Well, before you've even had a car get out on track. Oh wait, I spot a car now. I haven't even got my graphics up. Goodness me, I need to sort myself out. Yeah, I gotta say I don't have any sympathy for me tonight. I'm in a tremendous amount of pain as my foam has come off my microphone, and it is really giving me some grief on my left ear. But I don't want any sympathy. I will go on. The show must go on, hasn't it? And as we're just watching the cars come out on track at the moment, then of course, whatever pain that I'm going to be in, I think these drivers are going to be in a world more pain than I am, because this track, I would say, is, apart from Monaco, one of the most difficult tracks on the calendar. Perhaps I would say it is. But then again, I'm a rubbish driver, so perhaps someone who's a bit more skilled than myself needs to be in the cockpit. And we have 18 very very fast, very capable drivers are on board with Ross in the Toro Rosso as he's navigating out of the castle section. Right now then, of course, there's a lot of up and downs here in Azerbaijan, and the track undulates. I'll try to make myself sound clever as thesaurus just before getting on stream, just to make myself sound a bit more intelligent than what I am. Going through turn 15 and the infamous turn 15 where Hamilton and Vettel came to blows, really, didn't they? And I remember back then, I was absolutely outraged then. We've got Noble saying, hello, mate. Hello, Noble. Hope you're on. We've also got John Cox. Good evening. Good evening, Jonathan. We've got Granty. Yo. How's it go? How you doing, Shorty? I am doing fine on this Friday afternoon then. Well, Good Friday as well, isn't there, of course. I'm really looking forward to cracking my first of 8 Easter eggs open, which unfortunately it's down from last year. I had 10 last season, being a slightly on the heavier side of humanity. We have also, so I hope Grant's alright as well. Emerson, I really love Baku. Share my racing tonight as I'm too dirty. Oh goodness me. Well, Emerson, I gotta say I do like a dirty man, but oh dear. So I'm wondering then you might have to go and have a shower, my good man, or I don't know. Or perhaps then, yeah, I actually have a bath. It's nice to have a cold bath in these conditions, isn't it? Because I'm absolutely roasting. I'm toasty. I am. I'm going to have to spread some butter over me. Just watching Ross come through the chicane there as well. We've also got Brandon. Evening, hello, and also we're just on board with Ross at the moment. This is coming through the castle section. I think this will be Ross's first appearance in Friday Night Racing. And look how narrow that castle section is. That's ridiculous, isn't it? I remember Ted Kravitz was standing there all those years ago. Back in 2015, I think they did a piece on this track, didn't they? And Ted Kravitz, I think it was like a Christmas special, and I thought Ross was in the wall. My goodness me, he is very. Oh goodness me! Of course, that was a carbon copy of Brendan Hartley and was it? I think was it Danny Fiat perhaps, or I can't remember now. But yeah, that was a carbon copy of Toro Rosso's. No, sorry, it's Gasly. Getting very close for comfort back in 2018, I think it was. So that was a scary moment for Ross. But he's on his way. He is on his way, and he's coming up to the line now. Of course, if you have any safety cars, this is going to be where it's going to get very interesting indeed. Then as Ross is coming up to the over the grid line now, and he goes into a 42.5 there for the Toro Rosso driver. Good stuff indeed there. And so he is the first man to post a time. We got a Williams out there as well. We've also got Grant as well. We've got Energetic. Well, I'm very happy I said his name and nailed it in one. Brilliant stuff. Oh, great. I'm very happy with that then. Taichi has gone at fastest on a 39.6 there. Good time there for Taichi. Right on the money straight away in the Red Bull. And I've just finished my can of Red Bull. Hunter is not ultra, but energetic, isn't he? He's coming to the line now, and he is looking very energetic, isn't he? But he's almost run out of his electric recovery system. He is on the hard compound tires, same as everywhere else on the calendar. We've got 3 types of compound tires. We got the soft, the red stripe, the medium, the yellow stripe, and the hard, the white stripe tires. LH44 has just gone up into second fastest moves in the Toro Rosso. That looks like a Toro Rosso, doesn't it? In the Haas, and we've also got a Racing Point of Games. No, then it's coming to get you, and he's coming to the line, and he's gone 5th fastest moment. Good stuff for coming to get you. I think he had a very good. Race, didn't he, in Singapore on Saturday night? Unfortunately, I can't say the same about me. As Ollie comes into the pits there. We've also got 00 there as he's coming out of the castle section. What a lovely shot here from 00 there as he navigates himself through the castle section as well. And we've also got Granty on track as well in sector 1. We're going to keep an eye on 00 making his debut in Friday night tonight as far as I'm concerned. And we're on board with him now as he comes out of turn 15, very close to the barrier. That turn 15, because it goes downhill, you really can catch you out sometimes, can it? It definitely has caught me out a few times as I have been in the barrier more often than not then. 00 then is now coming up to the line as well. Then, of course, this part of the track can be very difficult when your tyres are in a bad nick at the moment. 00's the tyres are pristine. They have just come out of their blankets. They probably don't have the stickers on anymore, do they? Because back where as Taichi has gone faster still, but 00 is in the pits. So 00 coming into the pits and abandoning his lap then. Here comes Granty in the Mercedes then as he is just flying them through the final part of the lap then. A very kinky second part of the lap, isn't it, where you're just flying from left to right, threading yourself through the narrow walls then, aren't you? Yellow flag in one, and I'm expecting a lot of cautions in this race, especially safety cars as well. Of course, the bars are so close together, isn't it? It's a frightening track, to be honest. I'm very intimidated by this last section. It's really difficult to get right when you've got scrub tires at you. Coming up to the line then is Energetic, is just getting out of the way, and that was what the yellow flag is for. And let's see what Granty does. Granty goes faster so far in the 38s, at a whole second in front of Taichi. Brilliant stuff from Granty, and he's also sported a lovely new helmet indeed. Brilliant stuff there from Granty. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Just Indigo then, I gotta say I quite like Indigo's helmet. I think that's my favourite helmet so far. I quite like the I think it is Indigo, isn't it? My colour, I need to get out my colour palette and just make sure of that, because of course especially if there's any females watching, I would definitely be tied a new one, won't I? As oh, that's very sexy of me, isn't it? My goodness me. But yeah, so I have discovered that the colours light blue and aqua are not the same colours. As Andreas has gone as first so far on a 38.2, and only the fourth man who's in the 38 so far. My goodness me, these times are electric right from the get-go. Good somebody. Here comes Jonathan Cox, our second in charge as well. We've also got Games Out Murphy also on track, and my former partner in crime Noble is also on track as well. We're going board with the British Italian driver John Cox. He is coming to the line, and here comes Taichi then, and look at this, he's trying to even grab a cheeky little slipstream then. DRS then wide open. There's two DRS zones around here on the just going to the start finish straight. He's fourth fast with John Cox, but he's the fifth man into the 38 speed stuff indeed there for Jonathan. And I've missed Dan Murphy going into second position there, and I was trying to race through there as well. So we're on board with the racing point as well. We've also got another Mercedes out on track at the moment, and I think Samish is starting us up as well. Noble's also starting us up as well. Keep an eye on what Sam does. If anyone notices why Sam's not going to be on the stream much tonight, well, that's because he took me off in an absolutely brutal way in a Silverstone, and I do hold a grudge. No, I don't. Oh, Sam there almost having to correct himself going into turn 3. And away he goes, but luckily he got through fine then. Yeah, of course, me and Sam. Oh, he's in the wall, there, Sam is there. But he hasn't lost any of his bits and pieces, so everything is still pointing in the correct direction. Fantastic stuff. Yellow flags are fluttering in one end, it's for the racing point. As we're on board, Sam then, he's taking us through a lap then, and you can see then the flamed buildings they disappeared, didn't they? It's incredible how a race in around here, around Azerbaijan, it's absolutely incredible, isn't it? That we're racing around Azerbaijan. It's just such an incredible, it's a surreal track, isn't it, sometimes? And 2016, when they first started racing around here, I was absolutely really excited about this one. Unfortunately, the race itself wasn't the most exciting in the world, was it? GP2 was fantastic. We had safety cars, and it was all kinds of shenanigans going on. And I'm expecting the same to get safety cars here, which I would say is quite a short thing there. Not that these drivers are not skillful. That's absolutely opposite end of the spectrum. Perhaps they're too skillful, which is why their safety cars come out, because they're so competitive, isn't they? They do not want to lose any time to their rivals. Here comes Sam coming to the line then. Car 19 in the Alfa Romeo, but he's coming into the pits then, as he feels that's a scrappy lap there, and he's going to have another go then. 00 back on track again, and so it's Exile as well. But we're going to keep an eye on 00 making his debut in the Williams team then. The Rocket Williams team as well then. He's coming for the castle section as well. Lovely old shoulder shot. Oh my goodness me! And look how close he is to the bars, and that is inch perfect. That is fantastic from 00. My goodness me, that is brilliant stuff indeed then. Now the track starts to descend then as we come into the follow section as well then. And you see breaking down into second gear, tickling the 55-mile-an-hour mark. And we have got the second intermediate split is there. He has done a 14.772, and we have got so we got something going a bit wrong there. I'm not sure if that was Indigo, or maybe Indigo was getting out of the way there, being the gentleman that he is. Then we're on board, back on board 00 as well. LH44, shalom. His 00 comes out to the line, and he goes full fast. It's good stuff indeed then. Exile also out on track well, and he's in the third sector as well. I'm sure Friday night dinner is actually on again tonight, isn't it? So I might crack open a can of Monster and go for that then. It seems like that my Achilles heel at the moment is actually energy drinkers. That's kind of replaced my alcohol really, as I used to be a party animal before I hit before the grando age of 30. And since then, I've I gotta say, I haven't been out much, to be fair. And unfortunately, with this lockdown as well, my goodness me, I'm turned into I'm turning in very pale, to be fair. I haven't seen sunlight for such a long time then. And yep, RH44 is 10 p.m. tonight then, so absolutely great stuff indeed there. It's energetic, it's definitely feeling energetic at the moment, isn't he? He's gone faster so far in the McLaren, which will be called Mr. McLaren Mercedes as the next season, which I think is a beautiful fit, isn't it? having the McLaren Mercedes partnership there. Ross is back on track at the moment. He's done a 42 then, but he's trying to build up. He's got 6/10 of a second improvement, hasn't he? The Toro Rosso driver has at the moment. Good stuff indeed there. Coming through turn 16 as well. That is the last time he will be braking. He is now going to be full throttle, full beans, and coming up to the line as he threads his way inside and outside through this final section as well. And as he comes up to the line, then look at that, he's tickling 203 miles an hour, 204 miles an hour. He's right out of deployment. That is a lot of deployment. That's the small family car output that he's lost there. He's in the 41s now, so he is improving by 1.5 seconds. That's impressive stuff indeed then. Just watching Ollie then as he is coming into the castle section as well. In the Ferrari then, as oh look at that, it's incredible, isn't it? They just get so close to the barriers, don't they? We've got a yellow flag in 1 and 2 at the moment. We've got 5 minutes to go in this session. We've also got a yellow flag in sector 2 as it is Exor just coming back to the pits then. So we're aiming to lose 16th, 17th and 18th in this qualified session mode. In the drop zone is Games, Ollie and also Hunter. Hunter is still chilling in the pits at the moment, isn't he? Of course, Hunter is, as I describe him, as a street racer. He's very good on street tracks, isn't he? Maybe I'm doing this service as he is very good on every track, but I think especially street circuits he's fantastic on, isn't he? Ollie is coming to the line as well then, and let's see what he's going to do. He's almost out of deployment then, but you notice that he's not got the maximum output there, I see, and he is up to the line, and this is a good time. That's a cracking time now from Ollie. He's 5th fastest there, 4/10 of a second away from Energetic, who has set the fastest time, who set the benchmark at the moment. Sam back on track as well then. Just taking a look to see what's happening soon. We're back on board the Alfa Romeo driver, and look at that. I thought he was going to the wall then. Very good save there from Sam, but very close to the wall as well then, Sam is. No, I've got to say that the more you watch it, they're going to just get closer and closer to the wall, to be fair, because they start to get braver, don't they? Ross is going to come back in the pits in this lap lane, so no one's on lap mode, but then again, I tell a lie, because Games is on the lap lane as he comes into turn 1 then, and we're on board with Games then, as he accelerates on turn 1. The first part of this lap is, well, it's basically 90 degree right, 90 degree left. Or 90 degree left, 90 degree right then. I can't even get around the track properly, can I? If I went 90 degree right, I would have been into the wall. But again, that would have been a bigger improvement than what normally happens to me at this racetrack, because I struggled to get out on an outlap, let alone fast lap. Games then is just finishing off the first sector, as I was saying then. Yeah, 90 degree left, 90 degree right in the first sector. It's very much similar to American street circuit, isn't it? But I really enjoyed the first sector. I don't think anyone's ever compared Azerbaijan to Korea. Of course, remember Korea back in 2010 to 2013 was on the calendar for, wasn't it? You remember that they had a very long, couple of straights there to begin the lap, didn't they? But I think, it's Games is in the wall, and I think that Games might have saved my blushes there, actually, because I was trying to compare Baku to Korea, which I don't think is any relevance at all, really, is it? Yeah, Games is in the wall, and there's, I think, oh, goodness me, that other Mercedes had to take a avoided accident. That was Granty back out, and, Games is in the wall. He has retired the car, and he has ripped off the front right wheel on that racing point, and unfortunately that racing point, oh goodness me, and who was that? That was an Alfa Romeo driver of Indigo, I think it was, having to brake. Luckily Games there ghosted, and he is on it, and look, and Indigo is on his way there. John Cox is back on track as well. That tells me that the big guns like John Cox, like Granty, like Murphy, like Andre as well, who is actually just retired from the session, is not feeling too safe out there at the moment, is it? Nor is Brandon either. We're on board with Brandon, who's 9th for the moment. We've also got Tai Chi out there as well. We've got yellow flag in 2, yellow flag in 2. And I'm just trying to take a look. There's action all over the show here on this track, which is actually the second longest on the calendar, isn't it? So they still find ways to trip over themselves, even if the track is quite spaced out here, isn't it? We're on board Brandon as he is coming up to the line, and he is now got to just floor the throttle right up to the line, and we're on board with car 22. Brandon comes up to the line. Currently he's on a 38.715. It's a 38.431, and he improves to third position there. Is that going to be safe? We're going to find out as well. Coming to get you might be feeling a bit safe as people are going to be coming to get him. That joke is going to get old very quickly, isn't it? He's probably had enough. He's probably sick of that already, isn't he? So that's what I think what I was saying last week. Tai Chi is a 10th for a second down, and he's very much on the limit then, isn't he? But Unfortunately, it's not going too well. As a Ross is just trying to get out of the way. He needs to carry on here because he's only got a minute to get around the lap there. He's just getting out of the way then, so doing a very good job of getting out of the way of Ross, but he needs to. But unfortunately, I think he needs to get around as quickly as possible because we've only got a minute to go in this session. Then Tai Chi is going to go around again. Here comes Noble. He is in the top 10 at the moment. Fantastic stuff. Tai Chi is retired from the session. He is retired from the session. Tai Chi has. Is that a bang into the wall? We're on board. I don't think it is because he's too far around. Yeah, he then bang on the wall. Then Tai Chi is out of qualifying. He is in 12th position at the moment, so he's going to be feeling very vulnerable indeed, isn't he? Here comes Hunter. Hunter hasn't set a time yet. Games hasn't he? So Games is the first one to bite the bullet. Oh, I thought that was going to be a track invalidation there, but he was quite lucky. Oh, what's happened there? Did he just stop in the middle of the track there? I'm not sure. As I gotta say, I've had my microphone above my head there, and I can't believe that you guys could hear me. So that is just how loud I am. But I'm not sure. Oh God, goodness me! I need to sort myself out. But goodness me, I think Hunter just stopped in the middle of the track there. That is really weird. That is, isn't it? I looked back up because I was actually looking down. So I was just going to mention Energetic, who is just commented on the stream now, and I think that's it for Hunter. What a shame, man! Hunter is out of qualifying. Now. This is the risk you run, though, if you do not set a time early on. Sam is in the drop zone as well. So is Ross is just behind Sam as well. So he's going to be feeling the pinch as well. RH44 also on track. Oh, goodness me. This is going to get very, very tasty as well. Here comes coming to get you. And here he is coming to get. He's a 10th for a second up. That will get him into 13th position there. There's a big old gap actually between 13th and 12th position. My goodness me. It's almost 9/10 of a second there. That is more than enough space there, isn't it, for someone to really dive into that position there, can't they? So it's between Sam and Ross, isn't it, on who is going to get through then, and possibly coming to get you on RH as well. So coming up, and come to get you, so 13th position there. RH44 as Indigo's retired from the session now. RH44 improving by 7/10 of a second. Fantastic. Ross is improving by a 10th of a second. I know we've got Sam there who's on track as well. RH44 is the first man to come up to the line. Let's see what he can do then. We're on board with Sam right now. Sorry, if RH44 got Sam on the brain. Here comes RH44. He goes to the 12th position. Good 17. Here comes Ross. Here comes Sam. So it's who's going to be doing the walk of shame then? Is it Sam or is it me? It's Sam. Sam is out of qualifying. And then Ross has improved steadily there. Every lap Ross improved quite tremendously. And he is through into qualifying 2 on his debut. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Ross. Brilliant stuff indeed there from the Toro Rosso driver. Much more, of course, is there now called AlphaTauri, which I'm sure everyone knew about that, but I just quite like saying the name, to be honest. Anyway, out of qualifying, Hunter. There something really weird happened to Hunter in the second sector, didn't it? Where he just stopped on the track, didn't he? It looked like an invisible wall there, which I don't put it past Codemasters. We've had all kinds of shenanigans, haven't we? Games there. I'm sorry, I got distracted then because there's thundering outside, and I'm going to shut my window because I'm absolutely terrified of the thunder, and hopefully also shut the curtains as well. Games is out as well, and so out is Sam then. So if anyone could be my thunder buddy for the next hour, that would be absolutely brilliant stuff. That really would. Yeah. So this is going to get very interesting indeed then. As Energetic says, hey, good stream already, mate. And also a smiley face. I always read out the ones that compliment me, of course, because yeah, I do need a hug every now and again. And we've also got Energetic as well, who's very energetic on the stream. I'm loving this. Of course, I do like your comments there. It really keeps me on my toes, definitely, because I can go into all kinds of weird and wonderful worlds. Can I talked about full world yesteryear, and some of you guys probably be, and I think some of you guys do deserve more about what's going on track then, because this is what we're here. We're not talking about yesteryear, we're here to talk about here and now. And that's also a reference to Steps, who used to be my favourite band back in the day. Anyway, as Jonathan is coming out on track now. Energetic also saying controller issues I heard from our engineer. Oh dear. So not good at all. I'm wondering if that's Sam's issue or if that's Hunter's issue as well. Yellow flag actually is one of the Ferraris. Is it a Ferrari or is it an Alpha? It's an Alpha who's getting out on track very gingerly as well. But he's out on track now, and away he goes. And yeah, so we're on board then with Jonathan. He's just on outlap at the moment. Then, of course, outlaps is just as important as a fast lap, isn't it? Because it's all about conditioning the car, conditioning the tyres at the moment, and you've got to just look after this car, haven't you? You've got to make sure that yeah, you got to make sure that the car is in the correct state, isn't it, to go for a flying lap, isn't it? Remember in Barcelona 2016, who can forget Mercedes clashing together, of course, because Rosberg was in the wrong engine mode, wasn't he? And Hamilton just went all over the back of him, didn't he? Well, literally into the side of him as well, didn't he? That became very scary indeed, didn't it? We got 13 minutes in this session then out of the... sorry, I was sending everyone emojis then, which is not the time or the place, is it? We've also got Brandon saying, Brooksy, there's a pie in my ear. It's it's a Wilson's fault. So we're going up to the line now, and it's... oh gosh, guys! I've got to be professional on the stream. Goodness me! You can't, I get tickled quite easily. As we're on board with Jonathan, who's about to set his time now, and he has come down into turn one. Then, got to say, it's so difficult to judge your. I'm still laughing at Brandon's comment. It's still very difficult, isn't it, to judge the braking point from all the way, because from turn 16 all the way down to turn one. Then you're just on the gas, on the power, on the loud pedal for an umpteen amount of time. There is absolutely incredible. These guys just brake lap after lap after lap in almost the same place. It's inches, it's millimeters, and that is what this game is. It's a game of inches, it's a game of millimeters, isn't it? And of course, whether that's in the technical regs or whether that's in the braking point or getting on the throttle, that's what makes this the best sport in the world. And I don't say that lightly either, because I'm a big sports fan, of course, also being a also loving the football as well, albeit I'm realising how much I love football and Formula 1 at the moment, because there's nothing on. And John Fidel coming through the castle section as well. So unfortunately, I've had to watch. I think Formula 1 YouTube channel has been very good on it, because it's actually put on a lot of old races, hasn't it? I think Monaco 96 was on there the other day, wasn't it? That's a fantastic watch, isn't it? Only 3 cars crossed the line, and only 4 cars just classified. An absolutely incredible race, wasn't it? I think only 21 cars started that race, wasn't it? Because our good friend Ricardo Rossa didn't have a very good qualifying session, did they? I'm sure that, and also Verstappen didn't either, when Verstappen was driving in the footwork cart. As the police are coming to get me because of all my bad puns and stuff like that. As just Indigo hit the wall on. As Indigo did hit the wall on his outlap, Jonathan Cox got fastest. So yeah, I thought I'd seen some problems there for Indigo, unfortunately. And what a shame then. Ross is on track. Well, there's a Ferrari just behind him. I don't think that Ferrari's on our outlap at the moment. And as I am just, I'm lost. I've lost where I am, which is nothing unusual. I've already lost myself a couple of times there. Look at all these guys there. As I said, the second longest track in terms of length on the calendar, and these guys still seem to be finding each other, isn't it? Of course, there is with all the data and with all the track evolution, the track is a living thing, isn't it? At the moment, it is described as fairly greenish, isn't it? Even though it is grey, but of course, then it's of course about the I'm sure it's in the car. Did I see a car there with no nose cone? I did! He was coming to get you! And coming to get you has no nose cone out in the racing point. And that is 2 racing points in the wars already in this event. Goodness gracious me. I think that Mars Safner might have to have a lot of car parts for their racing points here tonight. Luckily they have some investors now in the form of Lawrence Stroll, I should say. As he is now coming out. Is it Lawrence Shaw? I got to say, I get so confused now, because there's also I get confused. I get confused, don't I? Anyway, enough about that and me pretending like I know what I'm talking about. Let's get back on the racing, shall we? Under 10 minutes to go in this session. We've also got Kyle saying controller issues, stand by. Of course, I think Kyle had an issue a couple of years ago here, didn't he? Where his accelerator was where his accelerator just wasn't working or something like that, which was really odd, wasn't it? So Kyle seems to have some technical issues, doesn't he? It probably feels like Kimi Räikkönen from 2005, remembering the amount of times that Kimi Räikkönen retired from that season, would have probably made the championship a lot closer. And to be fair, it did go almost down to the wire, didn't it? I think Alonso won it with 3 races to go in yeah, I think so definitely. I think he won in Brazil, didn't he? I don't know. My history's failing me now. I'm a little rattled by the weather outside then, as I'm a little Yes, as I said, no one's actually volunteered to be my Thunder buddy yet, which I'm absolutely disappointed with. Here comes Tai Chi as he's coming into turn 16 as well. We've also got Indigo saying so frustrating, hit the wall on the outlap. Yeah, so hopefully, but luckily for you, Indigo, you are a sudden yellow flag as that's a Williams car. I think it might be 00 as fast as the moment, but luckily for Indigo, of course, he's done it right at the start of the session. I know it can be very frustrating. This game can be very frustrating, can it? As Noble goes second fast round. We're on board Tai Chi. He goes up into third fastest at the moment now for the Red Bull. Fantastic stuff there. Daniel is out on track at the moment. They've just come through the castle section. Ollie is just coming out the castle section as well. So we're going to keep an eye on the Ferrari driver. And as Emerson has just confirmed that he'll be my Thunder buddy. Thank you very much, Emerson. And so I got to say, I'm surprised. I'm trying to say with all this hot weather, I'm not surprised really about the old Thunder out there. But we ain't going to have any Thunder in this race as far as I can tell. And it's a lovely sunny day actually in Azerbaijan. Here is of course, that's exactly what you expect. As I think this is this the city of fire or the city of wind? I asked this question last time I think I was here, and luckily no one answered. Me, but I think it is the city of fire, isn't it? Because of course of the flame buildings, which unfortunately can't see on this shot. We're on board with Ollie as he's coming over the grid hatchings now, and he goes into third fast moment in the Ferrari. Good time there from Ollie. Then what about Matt? What about Dan? Dan is now coming up to the line. I was going to call him Matt for some reason. He is third fastest, and he is on the medium compound tyre. Then, of course. We have new viewers that have come in to watch us all the time, and if you want to know why there are people on the medium tyres instead of the soft tyres, the soft tyres are the fastest tyre, aren't they? But there's guys out there on the medium tyres, and you new viewers might be wondering why is that? Well, let's go through the rules, shall we? Which a lot of the regular viewers have probably grown it again because I seem to do this every single time. But of course, we have to keep all the new viewers up to date of what is going on, don't they? Because this goes that's how you pique some of the interest, because I need to understand what is going on in this qualifying session. So in qualifying 2, we are trying to line up the grid from 11th to 15th, which and then the guys that are in the top 10 will go through into the top 10 shootout to determine who will be on pole position then for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And but of course that comes at a cost, and that cost is Indigo. They're trying to sneak a slip through now, and he's second fastest out, and he's the fast on the medium tyres there. Indigo is brilliant stuff indeed there. Indigo's been very unlucky, hasn't he, in some of the races over the past couple of weeks there, hasn't he? Hopefully he can he has dusted himself down. He's come back fighting, hasn't he? Extra goes 6 fast as well. But yeah, going back to the rules and the rules of the regs about this qualifying session. Of course, then of course, I forget the top 10. You must start on the tyres which you set your fast time on. The soft tyres are probably not the best tyres to start the time on because of course of the duration. Of course, getting off the grid would be absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it? But there's a yellow flag in sector 1 just coming out of turn 2. The soft tyres are going to be very good with the launch there. As Andreas are doing some brilliant bit of tail wagging there, isn't he? As he comes on to turn 16 as well. But unfortunately, the soft tyres ain't going to last very long around here. As I think the prominent strategy might be the medium to hard tyres. Do not quote me on that because I am wrong on strategy more often than not. That would be the strategy I'll go for, and that is why I'm up in the commentary box as Andre comes up to the line, and here is car 62, and he is coming up to the line, and let's see what he can do. He drops himself just behind his teammate Noble. Noble's been impressive, hasn't he? Of course, I think he was very unlucky how he was robbed last week of I think it was last week, wasn't it? He was on the grid, wasn't he? He was on the grid and had a fantastic qualifying session, but unfortunately he was robbed for it. Here comes energetic. I don't think. I think that's the kind of sport, isn't it? But energetic is cut up to the line then, and he goes into third position then. Oh, looking very good here, isn't it? Of course, Murphy, who leads the challenge, Jonathan second. Well, currently they're languishing in 6th and 10th position. But remember, that is not the important place at the moment. The important place is 11th to 15th, and where you do not want to start. Come to get you on the soft tyres. We're on board the racing point then, as this is take 2 after damaging the front wing on his first attempt. Then 4 minutes to go in this session. Well, 4 minutes and 30 odd seconds to go in this session, to be more precise, which that still isn't precise. Come to get you goes up the 5th fast at the moment there in the racing point then, and really I reckon with that lap there he is definitely going to starting to really make the other guys think. Jonathan Cox is back out on the medium tyres. Brandon's on the medium tyres. We've got Granty also deciding to dip his toe into the medium water Ultra as well. Brandon there coming out to turn 16 as well in the Haas end, and he is going now to the start finish line. Let's go on board with Brandon, shall we? Medium tires is on this Haas car, and look at him threading his way through these barriers, and it is such an intimidating part of the lap, isn't it? As Kyle was asked then, Sean, how do you fix a stuck brake button? Working at 19, my first initial thought would have been turn it off and turn it back on. But I think for this kind of scenario, it might not help. I think, unfortunately, I'm not really sure what to do about that. Really, I would say get a screwdriver there, jab out whatever is sticking there, perhaps, or maybe I've got to say I did actually break one. I haven't broken a PS controller in such a long time now. I think last season, I think I went through 4 headsets on the Formula 1 2018, which is another reason why I don't race anymore. As it kind of goes with the name, really, of being having rage in it, doesn't it? I broke 4 headsets. As Granty goes up to 5th fastest at the moment, then, and of course I haven't got a temper though. Of course, it just fell off my head and fell on the floor because they're flimsy. Just watching Ross, and he's coming on a lap at the moment. Now H44 is still in the pits at the moment, then. But yeah, going back to question about fixing a sticky brake, put some oil on it. I'm not sure. Unfortunately for Carl, he hasn't got long to fix it. Feels like a dramatic qualifying session within the Ferrari garage, isn't it? Where there seems to be problems, isn't it? Unfortunately, though, it's not Ferrari. It's Carl that's got the problem today. Then, and yeah, I would say get some. I would say get some cooking oil on that. Tai Chi coming out now in 12th position there, the lovely lime green helmet there. That's absolutely beautiful stuff. Yellow flag in 3. As that was a racing point just coming back to the garage then. Tai Chi is on the soft compound tyre, and there's 2 DRS around here. There's one on the start finish straight and one in between turn 2 and 3. I don't think I've finished off my sentences from Q1 there. So just try to keep you guys briefed and up to date about the DRS zones around here. That I gotta say, I think that sometimes you probably don't need the DRS zones around here. As Tai Chi there is getting very close to the wall. That wall was getting bigger and bigger, wasn't it, for Tai Chi? And I gotta say, I was getting very nervous as well for the Red Bull driver. Oh, goodness me. Our H44's gone straight on it. Turn 2 there. And, don't worry, that we've all done that. Exos retired from the session. Exos retired from the session. That's not good at all. He is the first casualty in qualifying 2 here. And he is on the medium tyres there. If he stays 11th, though, that could potentially be, that could pay dividends in the race. And coming to get us also out qualifying. So it's Murphy. Dan is out qualifying. And his Tai Chi has had a glance and blow the wall. And I think he's ripped off one of the wings there. And unfortunately, might need a Red Bull now to give him wings, as unfortunately he has lost a bit of his. That is not good. Then we're going to go on board with him and look at how poor the understeer is going to be around here. Brandon's also retired for the session as well. And oh my goodness me, they're dropping like flies here, aren't they? I think that this might be calculated risk then, but Jonathan is one of the drivers that needs to get around as quickly as possible. We do have a minute and 12 seconds to go here. Tai Chi comes up to the line and he goes 6th fastest. Even with the damaged front wing, he is still through. Here comes Ross. He's 9/10 of a second down the moment. They're taking a couple of bites of the cherry on that one, going through turn 15, I think it was. And now into turn 16. Tai Chi is retired from the session then as well, as his car is just coming back to the pits there. He has retired on track, unfortunately, but I think a lot of drivers are retired on track. So yeah, I'm not picking on Tai Chi by any stretch of the imagination there, but just obviously retired on track. But luckily there is no one in facility of him, so Tai Chi can just carry on at will. And I think that his air car should park straight on at turn 3, because there is an escape road down there. Ross is going to have to go for it again. Jonathan then, as Jonathan's got the privilege of being shown on the screen now, as he is the only man on a lap at the moment. Ross, I think is on an in lap, isn't he? No, yet he's also going for lap strikes. I've got 2 Toro Rosses. I wonder if Jonathan's going to try and help Ross tow, but I think it's going to try and tow Ross, but I think Ross is too far back. Well, it's there or thereabouts. I suppose double zero's retired from the session, but he's currently 8/10 of a second in front of Indigo in second. My experience and my Formula 1 knowledge would say he's probably safe there. Oh yeah, he should be safe there, and I think that even if it wasn't such an incredible time, I think he would still be safe anyway. With Ollie, Jonathan, Ross, and our H44. The one goes out there, Jonathan, who's second championship vote there. He's still on the medium tires. He wants to stay on those medium tires, doesn't he? I think he's kind of hurt his momentum there coming down this hill, hasn't he? As he took too much from an acute angle, didn't he? But look at this, as he's dropping down the hill into turn 15 as well, break it down into 3rd gear. A very Murphy. Oh, did he hit the wall then? Nope, there's no damage on that Toro Rosso. So on he goes then before coming into turn 16. Accelerates away then. Fuel like is flashing, but he ain't going to care about the fuel. All he cares about is getting to the line now. Getting to the line with a lap time of 1:39.875 or below it. And Murphy is on the cusp. The championship leader Daniel is on the cusp then. And oh dear, he's going to be very much squeaky bum time for Dan. I think he's out. He's out. No, Jonathan Cox is not in through. It's not through. My goodness me. Ross is taking a very late decision to come to the pits there. What about Ollie? Ollie is also come through as well. Ollie's gone purple in the second set. That's a personal best then for Ollie. He's here on board the Ferrari driver. Then the 2 championship. Alex is also as well. So at the moment now we got 1 championship contender out. Is Murphy going to be joining him on the bench? And we're going to find out. Ollie's on the soft tyres. I think he is through. He is through, and he's in second position. Murphy and Jonathan are going to be side by side on the grid on row 6. Goodness me, that was not in the script, was it? But it's great for us, isn't it? Great for you guys watching at home. This is going to be fantastic. This is going to be fantastic in the race. As I'm getting very nervous. Of course, I always get nervous, but of course I'm more nervous about the lightning that is striking the ground outside there. But there's gonna be a lot of thunder on track, isn't there, as well? Jean-Paul Volley, who has snuck through into qualifying 3. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Then let's take a quick look at the guys that unfortunately are out qualifying. Ross is out qualifying, but I've got to say Ross has done a very good qualifying session. His debut have really improved fantastically well. LH44 out, Exile out, Jonathan and Dan out of the qualifying as well, in 11th and 12th position. They were so desperate to get through on the medium tyres, but that might have cost them track position there. Potentially there in the 11th and 12th position there is not really where you want to start if you're in the thick of the championship. Look at this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers on the soft compound tyres, 5 drivers on the medium tyres for the start of the race. I gotta say, if you wanted a script for a race, then that is exactly how you would have started the race. 5 on softs, 5s on mediums. Great stuff indeed. Then we're now going into qualifying 3, and I've lost my water bottle. That's not good, is it? So I'm going to be sounding very I'm going to be very dry by the end of this. I can tell you, as dry as a chip. As we come into qualifying 3. Excuse me. Oh blimey. Anyway. Let's just take a look at the detail then, as I'm just getting up the telemetry again then, because so we want to see what is going on then in this session there. As Elliot said, evening Sean, good evening Elliot, how are you on this lovely Friday afternoon? The time is ticked down. We have got about 30 seconds into this session then, and as you can tell, they're queuing up to come out the pits. Well, one person is, it is Granty Boy, who's come out the pits, but he's been rudely chopped up there by Indigo there, as Indigo is more, so manners in the pit lane, I gotta say, can be quite difficult to find, can't it? My goodness me, Indigo there, chopped him up there, and he is out first then, but I think that, of course, I think track position on this track might be key. Actually, of course, you want a slipstream, don't you, going down into turn 1, don't you, on the start-finish straight? But I think for the rest of the lap, you're not really keen on the slipstream, are you, too much? But I would prefer to go out first, then. But that is because in terms of the action around you, the bars are so close together, you don't really want to be caught up by a yellow flag. Or anyone that has made a mistake and has kind of parked themselves on the old track. Then as Elliot said, Grant, thank you for asking, mate. Got a few vodkas to last me the night. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed then. And I got to say, very well done. Unfortunately, the heaviest stuff on one is the monster at the moment then. It's Indigo. I got to say, I really need to cut that out. I need to go back to the less the less caffeine of the Pepsi, so to speak. As Indigo is going right on there, and is he going to touch the wall? No, he doesn't. So that was a very good decision there from Indigo. And he sets back to track there. That is a mark of a really good driver there, isn't it? The very poor drivers like myself would have tried to go through that corner, damaged my front wing, damaged my car, ripped off my suspension, and I would have been out of qualifying. Indigo there doing a cracking job of bailing out of that. And that was absolutely fantastic stuff indeed then. As Fisher just said, make a change from the Pepsi. Yeah, I think I need to go back to the Pepsi. I should not get on the hard stuff. Granted, coming in, he has started his first lap. Then Jonathan Cox just said, disappointed with quality, but I have something up my sleeve. Oh, goodness me then. But I look forward to see what John has up his sleeve. I hope it's his arm as well as something else. We've also got Noble having his thinking emoji out there. So I'm wondering what Noble's pondering. Is he going to have one and done, or is he going to come out on alternative times then? If he does that, then he will have a clear track, but potentially he might trip over some cars on an in-lap there. So he has to time that right there, doesn't he? Noble does. And also in the pits is coming to get you as well. So he's coming to get no one at the moment, as he is just parked in the pit lane. Granty at the moment then is just on a lap then. We have also got Indigo, we've also got Energetic, and we've also got 00 as well. And Tai Chi. It's great that all you guys are now starting to join us, and of course the race is the main event, but I do enjoy qualifying as well, because this is when the drivers are absolutely at their peak, aren't they? At their peak performance. This is all or nothing out. This is what they've got in the locker on this day in history here in qualifying. Granty coming through turn 60 as well. Now he's on the loud pedal till the end of the lap. Here comes car 93 then, the Mercedes AMG Petronas car. Here he comes out to the line now as well. Granty boy, 93, sorry. That was the thing that, yeah, 93. I'm getting two card away. He comes up to the line. He has done a 38, I think. A little 38.5. The mid 38 said for Granty. Here comes 94, second car 93 of Indigo. And in the Alfa Romeo Sauber, he is in first position there. The Red Bull, the Aston Martin Red Bull is in that third position there for Tai Chi. Good stuff indeed there. We got a McLaren of Energetic coming to the line. He is full fast at the moment. Good stuff there from the McLaren Renault team. Brilliant stuff indeed. We've also got 00 then in the Rocket Williams racing there. Unfortunately not Aston Martin anymore, is it? But he's coming back into Aston Martin? Martini, I should say. As he's coming back into the pits then. And unfortunately that lap didn't go too well then. We're on board with Andreas as he is coming and navigating the council section. So is Ollie as well, and so is Brandon. They're all in the same piece of tarmac once again then. And now then as Andreas coming downhill then, and we're on board then with Andreas once again then in the turn 15. He cannot take too much speed. He does absolutely perfection there from Andreas. Fantastic stuff there. Before coming through turn 6 as well, he's improved. Of course that is his best time, because this is his first attempt there. We look at that clock in the top left hand side then. It's ticking down, isn't it? It's getting quicker and quicker now. This is where it's going to get very interesting indeed then. Is Andreas coming up to the line then. Here he goes, look at 205 miles an hour, 6, 7, 8 miles an hour. That's incredible, isn't it? Look at that touch of 212 so fast. And he is in second position. He's on the front row of the grid. Here comes Ollie. He's coming to the line as well. Also 212 miles an hour, so quick, isn't it indeed? And Brandon is in front this time, and he is back in the pits. And he is now going to have one and done then for Brandon then. And that's unfortunate for Brandon, isn't it? So we've got Noble, Brandon, going to get you, and also 00 in the pits at the moment then. So as it stands then, after round one of her attempting to go for pole position, we have Indigo, who's on pole at the moment then, on a 38.0 there. He's 3/10 of a second in front of Andreas in second position. Granty in third position. He's 2/10 of a second adrift then, with Tai Chi in fourth position, Ollie fifth, and Energetic in sixth position then. Seventh is Noble, Brandon coming to get you, and 00 all having set times at the moment then. We're on board with Andreas, who is in second position at this moment in time then. So we're having a bit of a lull then, and so what the drivers doing there in between their runs then, what do you think they're going to do? Well, perhaps then they're probably doing they're probably now adjusting the fuel. I'm wondering if the likes of Granty and Tai Chi had a bit more fuel on board there, just to make sure that they didn't make a mistake there. They might have to go for a second run perhaps as well. Maybe some drivers are starting to visualize the lap as well. Maybe they're trying to find where they are not making up the time then. For example, sector 1, 2 and 3. Who's got the first second nailed? Who's got the second sector now? And who's who's got the third sector nailed. They will find out on their computer screens, won't they? So really, that's what they're probably going to be looking at as well. And we're just waiting for Andres coming in. Then who is? We've got outlaps now for Noble and for 00. 00 is on a. I think the Noble there is practicing the handbrake there, isn't he? We're on board then with 00, and he's going to be out. So he's done the alternative one. And remember, you also get a fresh set of boots in this qualifying session as well. But who has? But the question is, anyone saved a fresh set of tires for this qualifying free session? You only get one set of new soft tires, and you probably would like 2 runs around here. So you have to be strategic. Don't you get into qualifying free? And I reckon the first 6 have definitely got an extra set of boots on. But what about the guys that are just doing runs? I wonder if they've only got one set, and that's why they've left it till now to come out of the pits. Then perhaps then, as God said, hopefully not a war, Jono. Plenty of them are about then. Indeed it is. Of course, there is a lot of wars, but I usually hit them, not just in the gym, but I also hit them on track as well. That's a joke. I don't go to the gym. 00 then is coming through to complete the first sector now. He's done a 34.691 then as he navigates through the first chicane then here. And look at this, on the other side of the track was Noble. He's about to start his run. And now then is 00. There's 00 there coming. Oh, I thought you found it this time there, but I think he took that corner very gingerly as well. Now into the castle section as well. Incredibly close there, is the inch perfect there. 00 is fantastic. It's Sarah's the way there. Not putting on too much power on the curve, and now and here he goes. This is a fast and furious sector. Now this is where the track absolutely starts to ramp up in terms of speed, which means your bravery has to be turned up to 11. He has to steer into the slide there, doesn't he? 00 does. Now into turn 16 then. As I keep saying now a lot then, I feel that I like one of those old CDs, isn't it? Was it? Now 84 is the last one I bought. Of course, full of great pop songs. 00 then coming up to the line then. So this is now, it's all or nothing. And look at the urge deployment, and he has not got much left. The fuel light is flashing. This is what it's done for 00, I feel. And what's he going to do then? He is out of deployment now that he's lost the power of a small family car. Is that going to be a problem? No, it's not. He's 2/10 of a second off pole position, but he's on the front row. Here comes Noble then, and a lovely Howard there from Noble. And he is in the red then, doing a very good job there to qualify in top 3 once again then. Noble and really showing some speed in the last couple of races, doing a fantastic and absolutely exceptional job there in the Renault F1 racing team then. Into turn, he's on the wall, but he hasn't damaged the car, has he? No, he hasn't. They make him strong in the Renault team, don't they? Formerly known as Lotus, formerly known as Renault, formerly known as Benetton, is it? They've gone for a lot of disguises, haven't they? The Renault this Renault team hasn't it? But based in Enstone. We're now on board then with Noble as he's coming out to the line then. Where is he going to put him? He had a bit of a skirt, he had a bit of a brush against the barriers. He has a yellow flag. I think it's granted there, just get himself in the swing of things. Noble is 5th fastest. A good time there for Noble, and good stuff indeed then. Is he going to be able to say that? What about Brandon's invalidated again? Oh goodness gracious me then. Of course the track is all red then, and look up in front. Oh goodness me, that's in to go. And I'm not sure if he was on lap or not. According to the track, it's a track map, it is red, which means he's invalidated his time, which unfortunately means he's invalidated somewhere, but I'm sure that was only the start of lap then, so where's he invalidated? Turn 1 possibly. Unfortunately though, he did come out. What is going on there? Indigo is gone, it's overshot. I think that's out of turn 4, isn't it? It looks like it's turn 4. It is turn 4 indeed then. We have also got some other shenanigans going on. Sorry, there's a Renault there just going very slow. As I've forgotten who. There he is! He's watching coming to get you, and he is coming up to the line now. I say he's coming to the line, and he's still got a very long way to go. If you start to run this track from there, that would take, it'll probably take me a couple of months to get to the line then, but of course a genuine athlete, that would still take him probably about a couple of minutes to get to the line now, won't it? But coming to get you needs to get to the line in a couple of seconds, and this is a good time for coming to get you. He's in 7th position so far. Good time indeed there from the race pull driver. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Brandon is unfortunately hasn't set a time then, so he's having to go again then, isn't he? Who else on track then? Granty is out on track at the moment then. He is the first of the second runners to go here. We're on board with him now then. As you can see, look at this incredible shot there. A lovely, beautiful, it's a golden tint with a green top helmet. Absolutely fantastic. And our boys on the wall, he's had like a piece of action, isn't he? And that's definitely going to hurt him, isn't it? Yellow flags in too then. So these guys there who are just, Brandon's retired for the qualifying session. Granty almost skimming the wall there. Goodness me. As now Jonathan saying, I know mate, of course, just responded to this man who checked him a comment just a few moments ago about the walls and the bars being so close together, and Granty is coming to the line. So he has to make sure that he doesn't hit the walls, does he? And he definitely is there, giving them a wide berth. And he is in full position moment. He's done an 85-5-1-0 pit stop for Noble, and also for 00. It's Granty over on pole. He's second fastest. He's a 10th for a second off there. Oh, goodness me, then. And he is second about that. He ain't going to be able to get pole position here today, but it's a mighty fine effort there. Energetic is 65 hundredths of a second down the road. Ollie is just coming through to complete the first sector. Now then, ignore the yellow flag. It is just Granty, and I mean that in the nicest possible way, because he has finished this lap then. Andreas there is 800ths of a second up then. As you can see, now we're getting through the chicane as well. Indigo is a 10th for a second up. Oh, he is the benchmark. He is the bar at the moment from Indigo. And he is already improving. Goodness gracious me, we've got a McLaren of Energetic that he is at. Oh, wow. He is improved by a second and a half. Where is that going to put him? That's going to put him very much in the ballpark of pole position then. Here he comes onto the line now then. Qualifying sessions over the checker flag has fluttered then. Where is Energetic going to be then? He is coming up to the line. Look at this then. And where is it going to be? This is pole position. Indeed. And there's a fantastic time by 2/10 of a second. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Here comes Tai Chi coming into the line. Coming to the line as well. And as you can see, the now they're starting to come through thick and fast. Look at that. There's a racing point in the background. No, it's not. I completely got that wrong. I'll fix it out for a mail. Tai Chi is still 7th position at the moment then. We've also got Indigo is back on pole position, and that's a mighty, incredible up there from and Andreas goes into third fastest for Renault, and Ollie goes 6th fastest for Ferrari. Indigo is on pole position then for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. An absolutely incredible lap there in the end. Energetic had a fantastic lap as well. Really incredible stuff from Andreas as well. All of those guys in the 37s. Hats off to all these brilliant drivers there. Absolutely incredible stuff then. Well, deep breath everyone, because we're now coming into the race itself then as well. So yeah, luckily we do have a break in between qualifying and race, so that gives me a chance to just recharge the batteries, gain just make sure that I've got enough air in my lungs then to get us through the race. And of course 26 laps around here, isn't it? It's a very difficult track to keep your concentration for, isn't it? You've got to beat lap after lap. You have to make sure that you hit those apexes, you hit those turns right, don't you? And what about the strategy? That is going to be key in the race. Coming up in just a few moments' time then. And so Indigo there just confirming he is on pole position then for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And here is the classification then from qualifying. And look at that then. 4/10 of a second then from Energetic in second then. Andreas in third position then. Fourth position is Granty, 00 fifth. Ollie in 6th position. Noble 7th. Tai Chi 8th. Come to get your 9th. And Brandon unfortunately had had some issues with Invade and Lapson in. He's in 10th position there. Oh goodness me, we had 3 comments there. Axel, look at some of the lap times there with the okay kind of emoji. We've also got Indigo, come on, and we've also got Energetic saying nice lap Indigo. I broke so late into turn 17. That was scary, but come on, there he is, absolutely buzzing it. Why wouldn't you be? An absolutely incredible lap here in Baku, that's it. You're in Baku, goodness gracious me. Yeah, it's not like I've been commentating in Azerbaijan for the past hours, and I still can't remember where we are. Goodness me. So it's all this old age, isn't it? Anyway then, so now coming on to the race itself then, as I quickly wipe the sweat off my brow. And oh, lovely! And as you can see, it's a lovely day here in Baku, isn't it? You don't expect rain much, do you, here in this part of the world? So I'm not really surprised it's not raining. But of course, you can never take anything for granted. Remember, in I think it was Abu Dhabi, 2018, we had a sprinkling of rain, didn't we? Which was very unusual to see, wasn't it? It wasn't enough there to dampen the track or anything, was it? But it was just very surreal to see the rain coming down at the end of that season. Really odd indeed. Anyway, then, so the session is countdown. The final countdown is on as that was sung by Europe. And of course, we are on the fringes of Europe, aren't we? Because this was the European Grand Prix in 2016. Well, we got formation lap first, and Let me quickly get on the tyre strategy, shall we, for this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And look at those tyres. We have we got the top 4 on the medium compound tyres. Then we got the 5th down to 9th on the soft tyres. We have got Brandon in 10th position on the medium tyres. We have got hard tyres for Jonathan, who is in at 12th position. We have got hard tyres for LH, hard tyres for Hunter. Hunter hopefully has fixed his spongy brake pedal. We have also got soft tyres for Murphy, the only man to start on the soft tyres who is out of the top 10 as well. 2 championship rivals are 11th and at 12th position then. Yeah, so let's go through the grid, shall we, from front to back. Let me quickly get the graphics up there, because I usually forget one in this formation lap. 26 laps then. Azerbaijan, Baku, Friday night racing, a part of RRC. Then you can see the and look at those incredible buildings. I didn't even notice about that weird old weird. That was sci-fi film, isn't it? My goodness me, I've never seen that ring building before. Blimey, that's incredible, isn't it? I do like a bit of architect genius. I can't even say the word, let alone do anything like that. And you can see there's a lovely bit of architect structure in the background of the castle as well. I have gone in. You can see that I've got a bit sightseeing. I've gone a bit into tourism. So I should be talking about the grid then, shall I? Let's go through this from front to back. First to 18th then. Pole position there for Indigo. Fantastic stuff. Energetica is alongside it. That is row 1. And I gotta say then, I don't think this race is gonna be so nip and tuck, isn't it? Andreas in 3rd position then. 4th position is Granty, 5th is 00. Ollie in 6th position. We got a spinner. I think that is Indigo there in 7th position there, just making sure he's got grip on his tyres, making sure that his car is going to stick on. Tai Chi 8th position, coming to get you in 9th position. Brandon in 10th. Dan Murphy, the championship leader, in 11th position, with Jonathan Cox, who's second in the championship 12th. That's an all championship contestant row there on row 6, believe it or not. 13th position is XR. LH in 14th position. Ross, 15th position. Well done to Ross, great driving. 6th is Sam. 7th is Games, and 18th is Hunter. And I'm hoping Hunter's got his brake pedal sorted out as well then. Now just watching Indigo, who's in the mid pack after his little adventure there at turn 15. A lovely shot here from the side pod as well then of Indigo. Got to say, cracking lap from Indigo, cracking lap from Energetic as well, and Andreas. That was a really good end to qualifying. Absolutely fantastic stuff, Ben. And the energy is building up, the tension is building up as well then, as we're on board with the man who's on pole position then for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for Friday night racing. And I hope you're all safe, I hope you're all well, and I hope you're all going to enjoy these incredible 36 laps around here, a part of an RRC. We are about to get going. We're waiting for the lights. Watch the lights. Watch them when they go. They'll come on one at a time. When they go out, we'll be going Baku then. And there's a slight delay, a slight pause, and as it's built up, there they are. Here we go then. 4, 5. That's a pause. Go! And then it's on a fantastic start, a terrible start from Indigo. And he is dropping down in 2nd position, and he's gone wide. They got into turn 1, the handstand. Look at this, he's dropping down to 4th position already. Energetic lead set, and terrible start for Indigo. He's dropped from 1st to 5th already. We got Mercedes, Salvage, Granty and Indigo. Oh, they're still going to the bottom. That's Murphy. Murphy's off the track. He's been Games on a severe penalty there. Virtual safety car. Games has gone into Murphy. I don't think he's damaged the car, but I think Murphy has been tipped off, and we've got Sand damage in front wing. Oh dear, Dan has damaged the car. That's a lot of damage on the Mercedes there with the front wing. Oh goodness me, Mobile has also got a penalty as well for gaining a position as well. And we'll find out how legit that is as well. But oh goodness me, not a good start at all then for the championship leader. He is down in 18th position. Jonathan is up 5 positions, 10 positions for games there. He's on electric storm, unfortunately has been involved in some shenanigans. Indigo's dropped down 4 positions, and 6 positions there for coming to get you as well. Coming to get you, dropped right down. We're back racing then. Virtual safety car has been called off. We're back go. Energetic lead said 2nd position. Andreas 0-0 3rd position. Grant in 4th. Indigo is in 5th position. Adam Paul is Ollie 6th position. Jonathan Cox is coming for lightning. lightning. Yeah, he's coming like lightning. And then we've got Noble in 8th position, Noble to Tai Chi, Games in 10th position, and Ross 11th position. We've got Brandon in 12th position, 13th was Exile, OH 14, coming to get you 15th, Hunter in 6th position, hopefully he's fixed out breaking problems, Sam and Murphy. Oh, goodness me, 0-0 there is, well, right off the track there. He was almost in the Caspian Sea. Goodness gracious me then. Exile's now, alongside. Oh, wow, that red, did he go into the wall? But he's had the pressure on. It's a 0-0 there. He's gaining into slipstream. Look at this, he can almost draw the fuse on the red. Look at him, gaining. He is on the soft tyres and he's pulled out from underneath the rear wing of the Renault. He's going to go on the outside. And it says the fast otherwise. Jonathan Cook's up to 6th position. He's had an incredible time. And Williams out. Oh, goodness me. We've also got Tai Chi going up 2 positions there. It's Ollie's in the pits, and that's why Jonathan up 6th position. Fantastic start there. You can see then there's a lot of overtaking whenever it's coming to get you. It's doubly inside, but nothing at the moment. Hunter was up in the 50th position. Brandon, Ollie, Murphy, and Sam has got a 5-second penalty for severe collision. We just caught that end of that. Indigo is past Grant. He's moving in the 4th position there. Grant has dropped down into 5th position there. Jonathan in 6th position. My eyes, my goodness me, it's Ross. No, it's Jonathan. A fantastic start there for Jonathan. Ross has got by Exile, and he has moved up into 10th position. Thomas has got by Andreas as well. Oh, goodness me, there is Ross also showing the rear wheel then. Good stuff indeed, then I love it. We're coming into the castle session right now, then the Renault of Andreas has dropped down into second position at the moment as 0-0 is back in a second. Good stuff indeed then, and they're coming for the castle section as well, and it's like, oh, Ollie's out of the race then, and where has he gone? He has gone straight on in turn 4. Goodness me, that's not good at all. Ross is back down in 7th position. He was in the points there, wasn't he? Oh, and I think he was very close to the wall then, and Ollie is out of this race, and what a shame then. So that's our first retirement already in this eventful Azerbaijan Grand Prix then. And of course then you can never rest on your laurels, can you? Indigo, a great qualifying performance, but unfortunately didn't get off the line very well at all, did he? What a shame there for Indigo. He has dropped down to 4th position at the moment. He is now there coming up to the tail of Andreas in a 3rd position. I hope I'm saying his name right. He has messaged me so many times and I still can't get it right. Oh my goodness me! And no, but that was coming up the going to try to fire the Jonathan on the hard compound tyre. Soft tyres for Nobles, soft tyres for Noble. Lovely shot here, but we want to see the outside there. There's Jonathan Cox and Noble side by side going into turn 1 then. Who is going to break the latest? In Jonathan is on the outside, but Noble on the inside seizes the position. Oh, a great overtaking maneuver there for Noble there. Of course, he's on the soft tyres, which he had a much better launch there, didn't he? Out of turn 12, and the brake test to go, and now of course got Tai Chi there. Also go on the back end of Jonathan. Jonathan is going for the long game, isn't he? He doesn't want to be involved in too many battles and damage the car, does he? He's all about the long game here in Baku then, and which is quite a surprising thing to say, isn't it? Because there's usually action all over the show. I'll from down the 13th position. Hunter now moved up to 14th position and doing a good job there, coming through the field then. Lovely stuff indeed. Oh goodness me, what was that? That was Granty, and he's all over the back of Indigo as well. Look at this, we've got a good battle. We've got 2, and look at this, and it's Granty there coming down to turn 6 then. But it's as you were at the moment, and it's 0-0 there. Look at this, we got a great battle between Andreas, Indigo, Granty. We've also got 0-0 now all over the gearbox of Energetic as well. Look at this second coming down the hill there. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Absolutely incredible stuff. As we're on board then with Granty then, and he is now 5/10 second away from his Hunter. His next target is actually a Ross, isn't it? I've got to say, big props for Ross. He's doing a good job there, isn't he? Because I think he's fairly new to racing, isn't he? But because I think he started about a year ago, didn't he, or something like that? So Ross doing a good old job there in 12th position now. And I think that this is where this is the beginning of the road for us. Beginning of good things to come. I have no doubt about that. 0-0 is thinking of good things to come in this race right now. He's on the inside. He's got the fastest up. He is through. He takes the lead. And oh goodness me, Energetic just dance on the outside. He goes up in the 3rd position. Fantastic. Andreas is now under pressure because Grant, he's also free. He stuck through another 4th position there. Hunter is past Hunter is past Ross. Oh, as Ross is dropping down the order, Ross then is in the pits then. I'm thinking, I wonder if he's got damage. What a shame then. Energetic leads then as he is repelling the attack there, isn't he? Energetic is strong for pace at this stage race. Is he looking after the tyre? Is he looking after the tyres? Well, I've got to say though, haven't said that though, because 0-0 is on the soft compound tyres at the moment, isn't he? And which is why which is probably why he's all over the back of him at the moment, isn't it? Second back is Indigo. Then we got Grant. We got Noble. Oh, doesn't fall for the second Renault. He's left. My goodness me! Andreas has left the session. What a appalling look for the Renault driver, and what a shame there as well. Noble's benefit. So is Jonathan as well. Look at him dropping down the order. We have been Andreas has been robbed. Then yellow flag in two. What's going on in 2? Oh no! It's the race leader. He is out. He is from the lead. He is gone. Energetic has had a problem. The wing has been smashed off. Oh goodness gracious me! That is not good at all for the McLaren driver. And he is dropping down the order then. And look at the lead there is here. Then 00. We got Indigo and we got Granty. This is the battle. 1, 2, 3. This is the podium. This is the rostrum at the moment. But we still got 4 laps. We were only on lap 4 out of 26 here in Baku as Energetic Gov's coming to pit saying that's a lot of damage on that front wing there. And the understeer is going to be appalling. It's going to be tough to live with. I don't think he's going to be able to live with that at all, is he? And look at this, that is 00 leading them, but he's on the soft tires. And we've got Granty. Now we've got Indigo as well. Indigo's on the inside. Granty's on the outside. Who is going to break the latest? But Indigo does have the inside line. Granty's on the outside. A fantastic maneuver there for Granty. And he takes a third position there. Noble in fourth then. Great driver for Noble then. Energetic is in the pits there for the McLaren. What a shame there from the former race leader. He comes into the pits there. It's all gone horribly wrong for the man who was on the front row. It's appalling luck so far, isn't it? So he's in the pits. So he's changing the tyres. He's going to change the nose cone as well. And he'll be back away. My goodness me. We're back with the leaders. We're back with the leaders then. And here it is. And we got Williams. We got Mercedes. We got a Alfa Romeo there as well. 1, 2, 3. Once again now. Lyle started on lap 5 out of 26 then. 00 leads out. Grabs his second end. He said come over the curves. And look at him bouncing over these curves. And fantastic. So Indigo. It's looking very feisty, isn't he? And as Grant there just weaving this way and that way. Oh, Indigo has gone into the back of Grant. He's slightly pushed off there. Just a little love tap at the moment there. Hunter is now in front as Indigo. It's gone straight on there. Indigo has gone straight on. There's a problem for Indigo. Oh no, it's all gone wrong for the poles here. My goodness me. Drama here in Baku. And oh no, what a shame now. The race leader, I'm not sure if he's out or what, but he's stuck there at the moment. And that is that's not good at all for Indigo, is it? We have lost 2 major players. Indigo's in disqualified for parking in a dangerous position, even though he was well off the track there, so I'm not really sure what counts as a dangerous position or what, but well, I suppose technically he was in the firing line. Indigo's been disqualified from the session. What a shame there from pole sitter. We've also had the front row sitter who's also dropped down the order as well, and Andreas as well, who was battling up there. We have lost some big caliber of names already in this race, and we're only on lap 5. This Baku race is a tough race, isn't it? It's a tough race. Into the pits there comes Noble there. Very early on. Noble. This is the first scheduled stop then, and he is on the soft compound tires in the Renault. He is coming into the pit side. There is the Renault mechanic coming down the pit side, and they put him on his jacks. And what tires he got? Oh, he's got a 5-second penalty. Remember that he gained a position over Games, and now they're changing the tires. And as he comes in and out, he's on the hard tires. Taichi also in the pits as well. Hunter is now in the 6th position. Yellow flag. That's an Alfa Romeo off, isn't it? It's Sam's off the track, but he hasn't damaged the wing. So good stuff for Sam there. Very good actually. Stuff for Sam, and not to be in the wall then. Fantastic. On board then with Double in second because Granty has taken the lead here in Azerbaijan. Wow. So Granty leads this race then. Sam is retired from the race. Sam is out of the race and they're coming up to it now then. And it's just coming out of the castle section. And where is the car? Then Granty taking it very cautiously indeed then. Sam's AI has now come back on the track then, but luckily I think it's ghosted, so we're all right. What a shame then. We have lost both Alfa Romeos and we have lost a Ferrari, so not good at all then for the Italian runners there, is it? Good, what a shame. Lovely shot here from Jonathan Cox. He's up in the 4th position now. Good stuff from Jonathan. Remember, he started down in 12th position there. He definitely had something up his sleeve, didn't he? My goodness me, he has come back through the field very nicely indeed there. At the moment Dan is down in 12th position there, so he's only a couple positions away from the points now. So yeah, going on fingers. I'm wondering if Dan might be hoping for a safety car, and there's a yellow flag. It's Sam's car, who Sam's AI just getting out of the firing line, as he is no longer in the race, unfortunately. And Energetics, and who was battling for the lead there, wasn't he? Before all came awry, coming at the castle section. He is trying to recover now as well. Taichi just in front of us, and we've also got Brandon, who's 8 seconds back on the medium tyres, as Brandon I think came in the pits very early on, didn't he? after it had some issues as well. So as we're on board, Energetic said, and remember DRS is available now. We've only had a virtual safety car so far. We've had some incidents, we've had some action, haven't we, so far in this race, but no safety car then. So just a gentle rubbing, isn't it? But unfortunately, we have lost 3 cars already in this race. As we're on board of Energetic said, Tai Chi is defending the middle part of the track now. So if Energetic's going to go try on the outside, Tai Chi's gone wide, and he's got to come back on track. So he's going into the wall there, into the Tech Pro. Energetic is at the point set, and here is 10th position. We see the flash of silver arrow in the background. That was Dan. He is in 12th position then, the championship leader. He is now 1.5 seconds away from this battle then, and so I think it was looking very bleak after the opening couple of laps. He is now in 12th position there. So we're on board with the side pod of the McLaren here as well. Tai G is now starting to drop back, and he's done one lap on these hard tires as well for Energetic as well. Jonathan, who's the highest hard runner, compound runner, he's only 4.4 seconds up behind 00, and he is only about 6 seconds behind Gravity as well. Jonathan is very much in the well, he's definitely in the race, but he's definitely also very much in the question now for who is going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. This is going to be very interesting stuff indeed. That lovely over the shoulder shot as well from Energetic. This is what a 9/10 of a second gap looks like. Look on 1, 2, and 3. There's Tai Chi as well, and then we've got Dan as well, who is also a couple of It was a couple of positions off a couple of seconds off this. As Indigo said, finished. Bad luck continues. It hurts so much. I've not finished in a long time now. What a shame there for Indigo. Into the pits there comes 00. Yeah, we're not sure after there is. He was. I think he was battling away for the lead, wasn't he? And unfortunately, it just hasn't. And Andreas is back in the race. Unfortunately, though, he's on the soft tires, and also he's about a minute back. 00 is retired from the session. 00 is out of the race. Goodness me, what's happened there? And the Williams have released him. I'm not sure what's gone on there. No, they haven't fixed his wheel. They haven't fixed his wing, and I think that's why 00 is retired. Because oh goodness me, and the AI is just coming straight in onto the middle track there. That is a shame then, indeed, then for 00. I think that he didn't get his wing changed, and unfortunately that is it then. 00 is out of the race then, and that is a shame. I wonder if that wing that damage to the wing now actually contributed to the incident, as we got a yellow flag, and I think it is for it's for Williams there. I missed the beat then. Energetic is now all behind Brandon there. Noble is now also starting to put the squeeze on LH44 as well. Both Haas's are getting under immense pressure at this moment in time, aren't they? As both of them are being chased there. One by the Renault driver. Ross is gone. Ross is retired from the race as well in the Toro Rosso, and I think that's a safety car. That's a safety car, and we do have a safety car now then. So this is going to really play havoc, isn't it, in the race as well. As this is going to help Andreas, so isn't he? So Andreas then was floating on the obscurity. I think he's back in the car, and he can now try and gain the positions that he's lost. And we have lost Ross. We have lost 00. We're on board then. Oh, he's gone straight into the barrier at turn 3, and Gratty is rolling the dice. He's in the pits. Is Jonathan going to come in the pits? And oh, Jonathan is staying out. He's on the hard compound tire. Remember, Jonathan from 12th on the grid leads the race out. Granty has gone the soft tires here, so he's on the soft tires. Granty is rolling the dice. Games is also in the pits as well. So is XR. Hunter, is he going to come in the pits? This is technically a free pit stop. Hunter is 6 seconds in front of LH, who's behind it. But Hunter's on the hard tires. So don't think he'll come in. Is LH going to come in? No, LH is staying out as well. Noble is staying out then. So this is a very mixture of strategies as well. Games is they're waiting for him to go. Now he's going. Of course, that's the penalty, I think, for the collision there with Murphy earlier on this race. So he's also got up for Energetic as well. We have a couple positions there. Brandon doesn't come in the pits. Interestingly enough, he's on the soft tire. Sorry, he's on the medium tires. He's done 7 laps on those medium tires as well. Tai Chi in 8th position. Games in 9th. Murphy in the points now. Exiles into 11th position. Go to get you 12th. And Andreas there, who is being held back because of the Delta on the time. Now you cannot go over the safety car. Delta for now. We're just now waiting for the cars there to catch up to the safety car. So let's take stock, shall we? We're on lap 9 out of 26 there. We've got 17. We've got 17 more laps to go in this incredible race so far. Look at the names. Look at the names that we've lost here. We have lost Indigo. We've lost Ollie. We have lost Sam. We've lost 00, and we've lost Ross. What a shame then for those drivers there. But I'm sure they'll be back with a vengeance in next week's I was going to say French Grand Prix. Next week's Friday night race, and then Brandon is Brandon's dropped down the order. Why has Brandon dropped down the order? I'm not sure, but he's gone back through now. I'm not sure what's going on there. I think Brandon's lost a couple positions, has he? Possibly. But yeah, let's take stock, shall we? Lap 9 out of 26. Jonathan from 12th on the grid leads the race. 9 eventful laps in the 9 eventful laps here in Baku, and he is now leading the race. Fantastic stuff. Granty's on the soft tyres, and he's the only man going to the soft tyres. That's an interesting choice there from Granty. Is that going to pay dividends? We'll find out. We got Hunter in third position, the man who was actually 18th on the grid, a sticky brake pedal, who is in third position now. Of course, didn't get to qualify after a brake pedal. At least he knows he's got strong brakes on that McLaren, but unfortunately didn't help him in the qualifying, did it? He started 18th, he's third now. Maybe he wants that Driver of the Day award. LH44 is in fourth position with Noble in fifth. We got an Energetic in sixth position. We got Tai Chi seventh, Brandon eighth, Games in ninth position, Murphy the champion, the championship leader in 10th position then. 11th position is Exxon, 12th position is Coming to Get You, and 13th position is Andres as well. Into the pits there comes Hunter. So Hunter in the pits then, and he's rolling the dice as well. We've also got pit stop action there for Brandon, and Coming to Get You as well. He's going on to the medium compound tyre, and away he goes then. Hunter on the medium tyres. We've got Brandon there, who's just being held there. He's Coming to Get You. He's coming out of the pits. So Brandon going on the hard tyres. On Andreas there also in the is also in the background as well. Then hard tyres for Coming to Get You as well. So Andreas just coming up to catch up to the back of the pack then. Indigo said my braking is for no ABS, and I turned it on because I wasn't confident in this track. So I kept hitting Grant. He's struggling with the braking with a without ABS because I was all wrong. Obviously, you can't change the brake pressure because of the part firmware rules. So yeah, Indigo having brake issues as well as Hunter. Of course, Hunter's got too much brake. Had too much brake pressure. Was the Indigo had not enough brake pressure, did he? So that's unfortunate for Indigo, and he is out the race there as he was on board with Indigo when he tapped Grant, didn't he? I just explained at the time it was a bit of just a love kiss there, wasn't it? Unfortunately for Indigo there, it just wasn't working out for him as well. So the man who's on pole position there once again having some DNFs and having rotten luck at the moment, isn't it? Remember the Red Bull drivers, I think it was 2018, wasn't it, where Verstappen had so many engine failures, didn't he? So many DNFs, and I think Indigo was probably feeling the same frustration that Verstappen was way back then, wasn't he? So and of course remember Lewis Hamilton as well back in the as Games has got 5-second penalty. That's a brutal penalty for the safety car. And also Lewis Hamilton in 2016, the amount of problems he had with his car, and one of those was at this race here where he finished 5th or 4th, didn't he, because he had issues with the car. I remember that back then there was the rule where you had to drive the car unaided, and the engineers couldn't tell him what to do, could they? So yeah, enough. So unfortunately for Indigo, having a couple of couple problems there. It's all my fault because of my stupid braking. I need to practice more. Well, I got to say, even though you may feel that way, but my goodness me, in qualifying, you've been absolutely fantastic, haven't you? That incredible pole position. Right, safety car is in. Jonathan has become the safety car. He controls the pace then. Grant, he's on soft tyres. Everyone else around him is on the hard tyres. Jonathan's done 9 laps on these hard tyres, hasn't he? So we're about to get racing once again. When is he going to drop the hammer? Grant, you look at him. You have to be it's the skill which you've got to make sure. It's Jonathan. I thought he's going to go then because Grant has the brake, then he has to wait for it. Where's he going to go? He doesn't want the he cannot leave it too long, can he? And look at this, when he's going to go, he's going now, and he is going now. Jonathan has had a perfect start, and Grant and now hates him side by side there. And look at all the cars, and look at them all, they're chasing him down there. Jonathan leads by 6 seconds of a second, and Grant is now starting to pull away on the soft tyres. We've got wheels reaction between Noble and Energetic's on the inside, going down. And look at that Red Bull. Wow, that was Taichi there going straight down the inside there. And great car control as well. Games in 6th position, but the Red Bull is still on the inside. And look at that taking evasive action there. Murphy, top of the 8th position. Fantastic. Excellent 9th position. Hunter is in 10th. Brad 11th position. Andreas in 12th position. They come to get you in 13th position there. And now Granty is all over the gearbox of Jonathan there, isn't he? Remember, Jonathan's done 9 laps on those hard tyres, whilst Granty's on those soft tyres, and he's got sticky tyres. And look at this, he's all over the gearboxes. This is the difference between the compounds of tyres, isn't it? In a nutshell, as Taichi has gone by, and up into 7th position there. Andreas also gone by Brandon as well. Look at how close I got. Oh my goodness, nip and torque. Oh, as Games there had an issue there, and he's also Exile having to break there, isn't he? Because Games there is just coming back on taking the race line there. I'm not sure if he has seen Not sure if he's seen Exile in the wing mirror, so did he? But yeah, I think it might have been a bit of frustration as well for getting on the loud pedal a bit too abruptly there as well. So, but Games I think has, I'm not sure if he has damage or what. As we're now just watching Garanti. Then he's 5 tenths a second away from Jonathan. There's Jonathan. I think we'll be doing. Oh, Jonathan in the wall there, but I don't think he's damaged the car. He is okay. LH44 is down 3 seconds. I'm sorry, 1.3 seconds back. Now then, here we go. Then this is going. Remember, no DRS yet. We've got to wait 3 laps then for the DRS. So we got to go around this lap and the next lap, and then it'll be. Oh, Jonathan there! My goodness me, then he's getting very sneaky. Granty is going for it. Look at this. He's gaining. He is almost alongside Drowsy. Look at this. Granty takes the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Jonathan has to tuck in the slipstream there. Energetic is now also on the podium as well. He is now in the third position as well. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Energetic up in the third position. Now it's fourth, Noble fifth, and everyone else is status quo. Then Exile and Andreas. Oh goodness me, Andreas came away from a day late in a dollar short there. He's doing a lovely pirouette there, coming to get you on to take evasive action there, and unfortunately there just I think it's touched Exile there, didn't he? Exile still behind at Games at the moment, and look at Granty, he's almost 1.2 seconds in front of Jonathan there after just a couple of corners. Like Granty needs to light up the track now, doesn't he? So I don't think those soft tires are going to go to the end then. I'm wondering if he's going to have another soft run actually. Has he got any I don't think he's got any new soft tires available at his disposal, but potentially he might throw in another set of soft tires. Some soft tires aren't done as many laps in the qualifying session perhaps. The championship leader Murphy is in 7th position now, but he has done 10 laps on the medium tyres, and I'm wondering why he didn't go in the pits then. But then again, I said that the safety car was probably at the wrong time for Murphy, wasn't it? Tai Chi is he's on a bit of trouble there, isn't he? So we're on board with the championship leader now. Then he navigates himself through the castle section. 3 seconds in the matter of half a lap there from Granty. My goodness me, he's took off like a scolded cat, hasn't he? My goodness me, flying there, isn't he? He is absolutely really much on the limit at the moment. Then Murphy there is 6 tenths of a second back at the moment. We've also got Exile who's 4 tenths of a second away then from Games at the moment. It's very nip and tuck, isn't it? We've also got Noble, who is now becoming very interesting. Noble on a fantastic race out there at the moment. He's in 5th position and doing a fantastic job. Gavin's at the 4 seconds then, and I wonder if Noble is now going to start to get very keen now. He's in the slipstream of RH44. We're on board with Noble. He has done 6 laps on the hard tires. RH44 is 11 laps on the hard tires. Noble ain't going to 2 wide of an axis now side by side. Granty set the fast on the race on the soft tires. Noble is through and takes 4th position away from LH, who's dropped down to 5th position then. Is he going to have a lunch? Is he? No, yet not quite then. And oh goodness me then, that was Games are just popping out and having a good old sniff there on the rear of Dan there, but nothing came to fruition on that side of things as well then, as LH44 then once again, and he's got DRS then. Now he has DRS and he is gaining on Noble there, but Noble there is staying firm at the moment then. So at the moment, Energetic is now 7 tenths second behind Jonathan. Jonathan is now just to 5.3 seconds behind Granty. Remember though that Granty is trying to get as far away as possible at the moment. My goodness me, he will be a pit stop in front of it a couple of laps if it stays like this. My goodness me, Granty is flying out there at the moment. But this is what we're looking at the moment there, isn't it? We got a bit of a queue of cars. Who is this for the leader, isn't it? We have got Noble, LH, Tai Chi, Murphy, Games, Exile and Hunter, and Brandon as well. Oh, Lionel Stern then, is it? There's like a big old crocodile here. We're on board with against him with the championship leader, and Games is very close to the back of him as well then. Is Noble going to be able to get out of the DRS out of LH44? That is going to be the trick then, isn't it? As that's going to be the trick, isn't it, for Noble? And then, my goodness me, I thought Games was in the wall then, wasn't he? He definitely was having to steer into that understeer there, wasn't he? Coming flying down those turn very fast kinks at turn 13 and 14. And Murphy there is going to be feeling the pinch now from the racing point, isn't he? Energetic is going to Jonathan's going to be feeling the pinch from Energetic as well, isn't he? As Energetic is quite far back at the moment. The gap is almost up to 7 seconds between Grant and leader. Fantastic. Ross is out of the session, unfortunately, but he was in it, just having a good old look there, wasn't he? As Jonathan is in the pits then. So Jonathan comes in the pits and Games has passed Murphy. Murphy, I think is he peeing off into the pits as well. I think he is. He's in the pits as well then, as they break down then into, look at that red ball all over the gearbox of LH44. Look at them all, as they're all very well on that curve there, aren't they? But great break in position there once again then. So Jonathan on the medium tires then, as he's coming out of the pits now, dropped down to 12th position then. We've also got Murphy on the medium tires as well. They should be going to the end then on those medium tires. Let's see where they can get up to from those positions. And now Red Bull having a look. It's Taichi having a look at LH44. LH44 has now got a Q behind him. Look at this then. As it's a bit of a trilly train at the moment there, isn't it? From the Haas driver. Good stuff indeed then. As Grant is still gaining, still pulling away. 7.5 seconds, about 7.6 seconds between yourself and Energetic. Energetic come back through the field after some mishaps, some miscreants going on in the castle section as well. Now Noble's also starting to stretch his legs as well, as the gap's up to 1.5 seconds there, isn't he? So Noble is feeling good at this moment in time then, and he is on third position, on course for podium at the moment. Brilliant stuff there from Noble, fantastic. From my former partner in crime, who used to be in the commentary box with me as well before he got fed up. So we're on board then once again with Taichi, and he is just 4 tenths of a second back. Hunter is also 3 tenths of a second back from XRS. Look at this, he come down the hill there. I gotta say, I keep saying this after qualifying, the final sector really scares me. LH44 is was very close to the wall there. I wonder if he might be a bit intimidated by the wall. LH44 is not intimidated by a lot of things, is he? So I doubt he will be. But my goodness me, as a non-racer myself, I'd have been blimey. I'd rather change my underwear. So you can see Taichi then is now a gain on him. He is looking at us. He's less than 2 tenths away. We haven't even got to the RS yet. Look at this. He has got the power of the RS and the Honda engine behind him. He pulls out from the slipstream of LH44. He is through and up into 4th position. Good drive. But now LH44 is going to have to do some defending, because Games is also involved as well. Games is alongside him. His Exile got to have a go as well. Not quite then. And a Hunter, I think Hunter almost, he did miss it to make a point, and Brandon is through then. And yeah, Hunter just, I think he might have just got caught out by Exile regaining the racing line then. And he just he missed his breaking point slightly there. Exile is now go for it again. LH44 is a bit of a sitting duck at the moment, isn't he? You see, it's I'd say he's done 14 laps on those hard tires, isn't he? So all these guys have got fresh tires, haven't he? And it is now starting to show. Next beyond LH44 is actually his teammate Brandon there in the second half set. So that's unfortunate for LH44, but don't worry about that, LH44 fans. He could potentially get some really good points there as Hunter, and in the wall goes to Andreas, and that's not good at all. And Games is dropping down the order. He's down into 6th position. Exile's got in front as well. Andreas and Hunter there coming to blows there, and unfortunately Andreas was on the wrong part of the track. And my goodness me, what's going on here? On board of LHU's all over the rear ring, all over the gearbox of the racing point as they accelerate out of turn 8. Oh, he's gone a little pedal too much there. He has lost momentum, and now his teammate is just 5 tenths of a second back as well. Granty and Energetic, the gap is down to he's lost 7 tenths of a second. Granty has in the last lap or two, and his Energetic is now starting to come back up in the hard tires. As a Williams, that's Exile off the track, and he's straight to the path. My goodness me, good job. Ghost is on. It's a job for that single race selection as well. But Exile drop in, and it's yellow flags in the 2 and 3 for the Williams driver there. LH44 has dropped right down to 10th, and after all that's going on, Hunter is now behind Brandon. Look at this, and that is less than a tenth of a second. My goodness me, and he pulls out for the slipstream. Look at Games, we got a double slipstream here. Can Hunter take a race? Oh my goodness me, Games is getting sucked in. Oh goodness, they're going to be free of press going down into turn 1. Not quite. There's a Games there. There's a Brandon's up in the 6th position there. Games 7 Hunter, who seemed to have the momentum. Unfortunately, dropped down the 7th position there. Did he damage his wing next? He went slightly wide on the outside there. We've got Games there accelerating out of turn 2. I'm just trying to see what Hunter's wing looks like then. As I think there's a bit of, there might be a bit of damage on it. LH44 in the pits. He's put on the set medium tire. Should get to the end with 10 laps to go. So where can he get from there then? Exile has also put on some medium tire as well after his damage, after his adventure as well. That means Jonathan's up to 10th position there. 11th position for Murphy as well. The 2 championship rivals there not scoring big points at the moment, are they? But they will. This race, I think, might come to him in the last stages of this Grand Prix. Now, Brandon leads this train. This very highly contested train, isn't it? 5th, 6th, 7th, and Andreas in 8th for this as well. Oh, as a Games there on the steering. Oh, goodness me, the harmful Games going to close, shut the door there. Grant is now Games regained his composure and got up to 8 seconds. And they come for the castle section once again. Then accelerated away. And lovely shot here from Baku there. Coming to get you. He's coming to get these guys. He's 1.5 seconds behind it. Mode, and I'm sorry guys, I will stop that. I'll stop that very soon, I'm sure. Probably not. That just shows my immature nature. As the Games are getting once again getting very tail happy. They're coming out of turn 15. Turn 50 can really cause some issues. There's Andreas. I don't think Andreas does have damage. Actually, he does have damage. I love this shot. Into the pits comes the race leader. Granty is in the pits then, and he's what tires go on. He's on the medium compound tires. That should get him to the end, and then he will also have a pace advantage. Only he will have a Brandon brand spanking new medium tires than Granty would then. But he's dropping down the order then. He is still coming out of the pits then. He is on the pit entrance exit now. Taichi is alongside. Is he? He is alongside. He is through. He passes Granty. Where's Granty? He's in fourth position then. And Granty's in fourth position. Coming to get has dropped down the order because of Jonathan is now to the position. That's 2 points. He's gaining 2 points over his championship rival Murphy at the moment. Hunter is all over the gearbox of games as well. Really enjoyed this battle. Granty is alongside Taichi. Taichi's got wide. Granty's got to go up and under. And he is through, but he hasn't got the inside. He doesn't need the inside. He goes up in the third position. Fantastic maneuver there. Taichi's on back down in the fourth position there. 42nd back then is Games, Brandon and Hunter. All Games has gone slightly wide there. That is going to entice Hunter, isn't it? And Hunter's out on the inside. Oh, contact as Games there is struggling there, isn't he? And now Andreas is going to go up the inside into turn 6. That might not be advisable. Oh, but Andreas is Games has gone wide then. And now they're side by side going into the castle section. Oh, goodness me! Oh, he's in the wall. He's in the wall. Jonathan's also been involved. There's some damage. And I think it's Jonathan's car has come out unscathed from that one. And wow, good stuff there. He has got damage, but I think Andreas has now got two. Has now lost two. Oh dear, he's lost another end plate there on that Renault, so he's now got no end plates on that Renault wing there. And he's in the wall again there. Luckily his suspension was ripped off there. And coming to get you is now coming on the inside there of Andreas. But Andreas swimming through yellow flag and free because Games is gone. And that's a big shot there. And Andreas having to take a face of action. Yellow flag and free. Virtual safety car. And is anyone going to take advantage of this virtual safety car? Grant would be wishing that was a lap earlier, wasn't it, really? Because he would have come in the pits now. And it's coming to get you, dropping down the order. You are now overtaken under the virtual safety car. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But as Andreas there is he coming in the pits? He is coming in the pits. As he's lost a lot of wing elements on that front wing, and that car would have been turning like a shopping trolley, wouldn't it? He's in the pits now. Also in the pits is Hunter. Hunter has taken the advantage here, hasn't he, on the soft tires? Oh, what is that? That is debris on the Haas, and we're back racing. We are back racing. Games is left for session. He's out of the race, and he was on a fantastic drive to that point, wasn't he? Really entertaining drive as well. As into the pits comes out H44. I think he damaged. I think he drove into the wall then when I wonder if the tires were not good. Tires were too cold there, which he couldn't get purchased, couldn't get traction. 8 laps to go in this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Taichi is in fourth position. Oh, Brandon in fifth position. Look at this. It's half a second. Then these guys as they seem to be dropping in the wall. Noble is having a fantastic drive out at the moment. He is in second position. Only 4.1 seconds back from the race leader, Energetic. As Energetic also having a great drive as well. They've done 13 laps, 13 and 12 laps respectively for the guys at the front, whereas Taichi's done 12 laps. Is the great going to come back to Granty in the final stage of the race there? Don't go anywhere, folks. This is going to be an incredible end to this incredible Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And as they come down the hill once again, Murphy now on 2 points. Jonathan is now on 8 points. So Jonathan is now starting to climb up the order. And next, he is only 2.5 seconds away from Brandon. So I wonder if this was what was up his sleeve. Well, it's certainly working out for him beautifully, wasn't it? I wonder if Jonathan there predicts the safety car. I wonder if he's got a cryptic a mystic ball that can tell the future. Granty is now very close to Noble, but he's not close enough. I think Brandon's quite close to the back of Taichi. Then as Brandon comes out from underneath the rear wing of Taichi, and he's up the inside. Taichi is trying to come back into the look at this, as Taichi there going over the curb then. And Taichi has dropped down to 5th position. Remember, he's done 13 laps on the medium tires, hasn't he? Those tires are going to be second hand, to say the least. Granty pulling out from underneath the rear ring, and Noble Granty's back up in the second position there. And he has gone for a 2-stop strategy here. And this might pay off handsomely, as he's only 5 seconds behind Energetic with 7 laps to go in this race. And Taichi then just dropping back now, and he's dropping into the clutches of Jonathan, who is in 6th position, coming to get you in 7th position there. 9 laps. Hunter is now 4 seconds back on the soft tires. Murphy in 9th position. Andreas in 10th position. XR 11th. And LH44 in 12th position. And slightly adjusted from there. He is actually just coming through on the other side of the track. That's one unique feature about this Baku race circuit, isn't it? It's there side by side, isn't it? Feels like a Skate Electric track, doesn't it? So we're on board with Jonathan there. Jonathan, very lucky he didn't get any damage there after all the shenanigans that was going on in the castle section a minute ago. But fantastic race craft for Jonathan to avoid it. I gotta say, Taichi is still keeping up with Brandon quite nicely, actually. Brandon's only got 4 lap younger tyres actually than Taichi, but still, nonetheless, good stuff from Taichi in 5th position. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Jonathan is gaining over these guys hand over fist, and is 7/10 of a second. He's got fresher tyres. He's going to have so much better release off turn at 16, which is what you need, isn't it? And now then, he is now going to be putting his DRS to good use. He hasn't got it yet, but he has got his errors, hasn't he? And that's a lot of deployment still on that steering wheel. Look at that then, as you can see then, the left hand white bar is still quite full, isn't it? Look at this, he's gaining. He has DRS now as well, and as it comes down into turn 1, is he going to have a look? John Foot is going to go and have a look. He is trying. He is on the inside. Taichi there, he's got on the curve there. Great move for Jonathan. He is up in the 5th position there, and that is more points in this championship quest there for the British Italian driver. He is up in the 5th position there. Is Taichi going to come back out? Taichi does have the DRS available. Is he going to try and come back out? Well, he's trying. He's got other tyres full. He's going to have a look. He's going to have a look there. Not quite there. The straight wasn't long enough. Believe it or not, here in Baku. That's one thing I wasn't expecting to say, that the straights are not long enough. No, we got Hunter now, who's coming onto the back of coming to get you as well. He is coming to get him. We've also got Granty, who's coming to get Energetic as well. As Energetic has got a 3.3 second battle, 3 second gap, or 3 second and a 3/10 second gap there. As I really minced my words there, didn't I? So you see, look in the foreground there, the Flaming Towers, and beautiful landmark here in Baku. Then Jonathan is all over the back of Brandon as well. Hunter's also all over the back. Hunter's on soft tires. 10. Oh my goodness me, coming to get you. Well, it was not even interested in that on-call barrier. 1 iota, was a brilliant stuff there. Coming to get you. In shaft, 20 laps around the castle section, and didn't even batten oil you, did he? With those old tires. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then Jonathan, and look at Taichi, he's dropped off to a back there of about a second now, isn't he? He's dropping back quite quickly now. And now Jonathan is now 3/10 of a second back. Then you can see that he is now going to be. He's in the slipstream once again. Then he was about this distance back when he overtook Taichi as well. Hunter is now also gaining as well. Jonathan, we're keeping an eye on Jonathan. We're keeping an eye on Hunter. That's going to be a very small gap. My goodness me! But Jonathan is now through, and he is up into. Oh goodness me! And he is up into 4th position. A 7-second gap there between himself and Noble. Can he get that gap down? Noble's 50 laps on those tires. Going to get you his drop down to position. Hunter there, I gotta say, going for a very small gap there, wasn't he? And my goodness me, that was brave, wasn't it? That was bravery. There's a lot of bravery in this race tonight. Fantastic stuff. 5 laps to go then. Granted, 2.5 seconds then. Jonathan, 7.1 seconds. Remember those gaps then, because I think those gaps is going to be the gaps we're going to be interested in now. Hunter, 4 seconds away from Taichi. Remember, Taichi's got 15 lap old tires, so that gap will be coming down quite quickly as well. And so just watching Hunter in 7th position there. Murphy down in 9th position. Then I think only getting 2 points to his championship quest as well. He is currently leading the championship. He is defending that championship lead at the moment there, isn't he? Unfortunately, all went wrong for him on the opening exchange here in Baku, unfortunately, and he is now only going to get 2 points for his trouble. Is he getting on coming to get? He's down at 4.4 seconds at the moment, and we're just keeping on that gap. The gap is flirting now between Energetic and Granty, between 1 second and 2 seconds at the moment. Dan is, to answer your question, Dan is gaining on it, coming to get you, and potentially that'll be 2 points extra in his championship campaign on board with Hunter again. Then so Hunter at the moment is the man on a mission at the moment, is he? Or is he? Because I think it might be actually this man here, Granty, who's been eaten into the lead. Then he has now got 4 laps to go in this race. Can he do it? Then this is going to be a race right to the checkered flag. Yeah, and look at the background as well. There's Noble, who is I would say, who's having an absolutely noble race today. A fantastic race for Noble on the podium at the moment now. Jonathan is coming to get him now in. Oh no, it's Andres, it's out of the race, and the final man who is on course for and he's gone straight off there out of the race. And Andres, and I'm not sure if he had an issue with his car there, or if he just called it a day then after a very eventful day for Andreas, unfortunately. Disconnected, which really curtailed what has been a fantastic drive, a fantastic qualifying session, and potentially a great race in store. And unfortunately, that hasn't come to fruition. On board Grandstand, he's at 1.3 seconds back at the moment there, isn't he? And the gap is coming down. Look at that, it's 1.1 seconds now. As LH is now just outside the points. XR has got a point then. in this race. And so good 17 from Exile. Hunter is wow, that is 4/10 of a second in the matter of a couple of meters there for Hunter. Incredible stuff. Look at him, he's all over the back of the Red Bull, and Hunter is really it's really hunting him down there. Is he? Oh goodness me, he's gonna go in turn 6, is he? No way. And I'll be surprised. And the gap in the front is 7/10 of a second as well. No, it's 6/10 of a second. Oh, and look at this. And so can Granty go for the lead here in Baku with just 4 laps going? We're on board there with the McLaren drivers. Taichi is defended for all he's worth. He's gone wide. And now Hunter is not quite then as Hunter is coming down the fast Kingston, but we're gonna have to leave that because it's the battle for the lead. Here we are then, as I'm hoping Hunter will wait then so he can catch his overtake maneuver. Now that is the battle for the lead, Granty takes the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix on 22 out of 26, and good maneuver there from Granty. He is taking the lead then. Hunter is now also going to try and attempt to take the lead as well. Sorry, not take the lead, take 6th position then in this McLaren Renault, and of course that's the Red Bull Honda being powered away. Now he's alongside Taichi. Taichi's done 16 laps then, 18 laps for Energetic on those hard tyres. An absolutely incredible stint, a monstrous stint now. Hunter is up into 7th position. Talking of monsters, he is in 6th position now. Fantastic stuff indeed then. And away he goes, and Murphy is now only a second back from coming to get you, as he has been steadily bringing the gap down in 9th position as well. Granty is now 7/10 of a second in front then of Energetic, and he's taking lead with 4 laps to go in this race then. And I think the race then, Granty just needs to navigate his car to the finish line now. Been an impressive drive. The only man's gone on a 2-stop strategy here, and I think a scheduled 2-stop strategy I should say, and has made it work absolutely handsomely, absolutely stupendously, hasn't he? Look at this, the gap is down to second there. Jonathan is now 5 seconds away from Noble. Noble is doing an absolutely splendid job out there. He's kept himself out of trouble, and he's on the 1-stop track as well. He's done 17 laps on those hard tires, 18 laps for Energetic. Those two have been absolutely incredible stuff. And Taichi as well, who's done 7 laps as well, on the 17 laps on those hard tires. Coming to get you is still 4 seconds back then. So Taichi has still got the pace over the guys that are battling behind him at the moment. And we're going to take stock in this race in just a few moments time. But before we do, let's just make sure that let's just see what happens in between Coming to Get You and Murphy in the battle for 8 for 9th position. Murphy having a look at turn 15. I think that's a very much definitely not an overtaking maneuver, but I'm wondering if in turn 1 it will be. Then he needs a good exit out of turn 16. Beautiful stuff there from the Mercedes driver on board then with the championship leader. He is now gaining on Coming to Get You then. And he hasn't got DRS yet, then not yet, but he will have that rear wing open in just a few moments. The wing will be available. He might not even need it, and now he has the wing available. DRS is available. He is coming over the grid hatches. He is having to wait for the shot, and he is through then. Taiji is next and free, so about 4 seconds in front. Has Murphy got the pace there to get another couple of points? So Jonathan on course for 12 points. Murphy on the course for only 4 at the moment. Now that's an 8 point. Gain there that Jonathan's going to have on him today then, but question is though how many points they'll have at the end of the championship is the main total, isn't it? Lap 24 out of 26. Let's take stock, shall we? We're on board the championship leader, Granty, the only man to do 2 scheduled stops as far as I'm aware anyway, unless I've completely missed something, which is more than likely I have. But he has had a fantastic drive today, Granty has, and he leads the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff from Granty. Second position Energetic. I think Energetic had a fantastic drive actually with when he had some issues, didn't he? Oh, yellow flag as what's going on? That's a red ball. That's a red ball off the track then. Taichi has gone off at turn number 6 there, and that is the whole front wing section that is gone there, and that is a shame there because he was him and Noble and Energetic on a similar strategy, didn't they? And it was limping home with very old hard tires, and unfortunately that might cost him. That's cost him several positions already. That might potentially cost him some points. Well, it's definitely going to cost him 2 more, 1 more, I think at least then. And unfortunately, I'm on the second to last lap as well, so he ain't gonna have time, I don't think, to get fastest up in either. Unfortunately for Tai J. Yeah, he's just limping back to the pits now. What a shame there for the Red Bull driver, because he was nursing these tyres home, wasn't he? Because he's done 18 laps on those tyres. Those tyres are not going to pass an MOT test now, are they? But unfortunately there, nor is the Red Bull either, as he has lost his front wing, and I think he'll be coming into the pits now then. So we're on board with Taichi. Comes in the pits then. XR will get by, and LH is 29 seconds away, and I think LH might still be a bit too far behind. And the Red Bull mechanics come out now, and they're just putting the they're just getting the tires swapped over. He's on the soft tires now. Taichi is there. They're changing the nose cone, and away he goes then. In 10th position then, but he'll still be on 10th position then, Taiji. That's unfortunate then. Granty. Anyway, let's go back to what I was talking about, which was probably a load of nonsense. But yeah, like 25 out of 26. Granty leads then by 2.2 seconds from Energetic in 2nd position. Noble is in 3rd position. A fantastic drive from Noble. He is 4 seconds in front of Jonathan, who is 4th position. Jonathan, remember, started 12th on the grid there. Good drive for today for Jonathan. Fantastic. Brandon in 5th position. 15 lap out tires, but Hunter is now really starting to gain on them hand over fist. But well, I say that, but I'm said that Hunter is now coming into the limit of those soft tires. I think those soft tires only last for a handful of laps, don't they? So the gap is now starting to stabilise at 1.6 seconds. That was the battle for 5th and 6th, and the closest battle on track actually coming to the last stage of the race. Now Murphy is 7.7 seconds back in the Mercedes. 8th position is coming to get you. 9th position is XR. Taichi just coming in the pits, and after damaging the front wing in 10th position. Now H44 is the last car in the Haas, and he is out of the points at the moment, 14 seconds away from Taichi. Retirements in this race then. Andreas unfortunately had a disconnection there, didn't it? It really, and I think it really just had just hurt him, didn't it, from the start. Games out a big old smash there, didn't he? In 30th position there. Ross retired with 00. Didn't get his nose cone changed and retired. Sam out of the race, Ollie out of the race, and Indigo, who was explaining in the comment section about the issues that he's had there. So those are the guys that unfortunately make it to the finish line at today's RRC event. Of course, Friday night racing. Gold, remember, silver was streamed by Ninja Penguin earlier on in the session as well. Then, so and I have no doubt that was a enthralling race as well. Remember, the constructors is being contested by both gold and silver, so it's important that all 4 drivers do well. Mercedes are doing quite a good job here today with a win and a 7th position there. So McLaren, I see, with a 2nd and 6th position. Good stuff indeed there. Really good stuff from both those teams there. Granty accelerates now, turn 16 for the 26th and final time. That is the last time he's going to be on the brakes there in this race. Granty's had a fantastic drive tonight. Brilliant stuff indeed. He is coming up to the racing line now. He's coming to the finish line now. We have a 3-second lead there, almost over Energetic. And Granty wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. An absolutely incredible drive there from the Mercedes driver on his 2-stop strategy. Brilliant stuff there from Granty. Fantastic. And Energetics finished 2nd in the end there. Can Noble come up to finish 3rd. A brilliant drive from Noble. Fantastic. Oh, he had a 5-second penalty. I wonder if that might be contested there. Jonathan finishes 3rd in the end. Cruelly, Noble might drop down into 4th then, with Brandon in 5th position. Where's Hunter coming up into 6th position as well? Murphy there is got extra 2 positions there on those final couple of laps then, and that may be important in the coming in the later stages then to this Friday night racing gold league. Coming to get you in 8th position then. XR picked up an extra position there on the final lap then, when Taichi there unfortunately ripped off the front wing section of his Red Bull. But XR finished in 9th position, and Taichi is going to finish in 10th position, the final points runner in this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And 11th position will be LH44, who was just coming back there. And look at the gap there. That's 21 seconds, isn't it, from 16 to the finish line. Incredible stuff. There is the race winner today. Granty wins the Grand Prix. A fantastic drive today. Strategy hit the nail right on the head with strategy. Absolutely incredible stuff from the Mercedes driver. Love the shot here from the front wing as well as he's coming through the castle section on the cool down lap, and absolutely incredible drive there from the Mercedes driver. Fantastic stuff from Granty. Brilliant drive. It was a masterclass today from the Mercedes driver. Absolutely superb. And then there they are on the grid then, on the podium then, for these race winning rostrum drivers. Fantastic stuff, really is. Jonathan there getting on the podium then in first position anyway. So I think he'll be very happy with very happy in terms of the championship there to really put a plaster on a very difficult qualifying session. He did make it through into qualifying 3, but in the end he did get 15 points there and outscored Murphy today, which is very important in the long term and the longevity of keeping this championship alive. And here's the final classifications then from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and no penalties. Fantastic stuff. Only Noble's got a 5-second penalty, and I'm not sure if I can't remember if that was a debatable one or not. But Granty there from 4th on the grid with a 2-stop strategy won the race. Energetic in 2nd. Jonathan from 12th to 3rd. Brilliant stuff. Noble in 4th position. A great drive from Noble. Brandon in 5th position. Hunter in 6th with Murphy 7th. Coming to get you in 8th. Then Exile in 9th. Tai Chi the final point winner in 10th position. LH44 the final runner, and then position retirements: Andreas, Games, Ross, 00, Sam, Ollie and Indigo all retired from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Absolutely incredible event here tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for your comments. They have been amazing stuff. We'll see you in a week's time for more action from Friday nights.